Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. And you let her go. Bottom of your glass, hoping one day you make a dream last. The dreams come slow and they go so fast. Well, you see her when you close your eyes. Maybe one day you'll understand why. 'Cause everything you touch, it surely dies. You only need the light when it's burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Staring at the ceiling in your dark, same old empty feeling in your heart. 'Cause love comes slow and it goes so fast.
It's Mike in the Night.
Well, you see her when you fall asleep, but never to touch and never to keep. 'Cause you love too much and you dive too deep.
Woo!
Burning low. Only miss the sun when it starts to snow. Only know you love her when you let her go. Only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Let her go. Oh, yeah, you let her go. Will you let her
Today is January the 5th, Monday, January the 5th, 2026. We are in the second week of 2026. And I bid you all good morning, good evening, and good night, wherever you may be watching this transmission. Whether you're watching us from your condo in the sky or your camper or cabin in the woods or relaxing on your lazy boy. People of the night, welcome to Mike in the Night. It is 3 a.m. and something is moving you. Thank you so much for being part of the channel, liking and subscribing, and the whole 9 yards. We are on season 34, episode 2 of Mike in the Night, and thanks for being here and being part of the channel, liking and subscribing, being part of this family this long. And really appreciate the support for the last pretty much 15 years here on the show. And on the channel 15 years, and Mike in the Night is 2017 when we were doing Rants and Lifestyle. 2016 Rants and Lifestyle. And yeah, it's been a nice, long, wholesome journey with you guys together here. Made a lot of good friends on here. A lot of other people made good friends on here and met each other in their country. Like people would meet up in New Zealand that watched the show. People in Australia would meet up that watched the show. People in America would meet up. That's really cool when I get a lot of that kind of feedback. It makes us feel more like a family, right? As opposed to some sort of corporate entity or some numbered where everyone's treated like a number. Anyways, thanks for being here, guys. The worldwide, it's a worldwide chaos. It's worldwide chaos all over the place. Everything is just falling apart. No confidence in governments, and we're going back to basically 2019. We're going to go back to the year of the protest. We're going to go back to the year of people putting their hands up and say, you know what? I got nothing to lose. Right? We keep playing that Fast and Furious quote for you guys we used to play quite a bit back in the day. Back Fast and Furious 5, there was a very good quote. Very good quote. When they were in Brazil, the guy came up to the other guy and says, you know why I don't do business with you guys? Because you guys are too ruthless. To the Spanish people. And the people in Brazil are like the Portuguese, right? So he says, I prefer the methods of the Portuguese. You come bearing gifts, you give them stuff that they need and they can't find on their own. Because when you dominate people with violence, lies, deceit, and they have nothing left to lose, what do? They just fight back. When they got nothing to lose, they fight back. And that's a very famous quote from Fast and Furious 5. All right, guys. We got Gary in the house. We got Craig Cook in the house. We got Nitin in the house. We got Darcy in the house. All kinds of people. Old white guy is asking what happened to my wig. It's not cold enough yet to wear one. And who else is here? Lots of people are here tonight already on Mike of the Night. Yeah, we're entering mysterious time. So someone's saying, Mike of the Night is the Dollarama of truth. Nutrient deficient, but good value for money. So... yeah, I do my best. I do my best here. I know a lot of people look down on us, and make fun of us, because they haven't been out here as long as we have. When you got prediction videos, you could bring up and show, hey, we told you, just like our 7 steps, what's going to happen to Venezuela in 7 steps, and people are like, they're not going to blow up drug boats and shoot up drug boats. They're not going to seize oil tankers. You're full of shit, Mike. Unsub. Then it was a month and a half, 2 months after we made the 7 steps that Venezuela is going to be taken over. Oh, they're shooting up drug boats. Oh, now they're seizing oil tankers. Oh. We lost a lot of subscriptions when we made that video for you guys in the spring of 2025. Spring of 2025, I made a video. It's up. China and USA's next war will be in Venezuela. 100%. And I lost quite a few subscribers on that video. People are telling me, you're crazy. They won't allow that war. Look where we're going right now. Steve is saying, F them all, I say. That's right. So, all right, who else is here? Just Cringe is saying, I love Dollarama. Yes. All right, guys, let's get this rocking and rolling tonight. Got a few articles here for you guys tonight. We're going to spew through a few things, and we're going to open lines to get your callers in. Last week's show, I'm so proud to say 6:30 was a complete hit. What a hit. All great callers. It was one after another. And guys, if you're wondering why, sometimes I start a little bit early. It's Monday. Got the show ready to go. I want to go, right? So here it is. That's what you need to do. Join our email list. I only message you when we go live. I don't message you to sell you shit. I don't try to message you to bother you. All I do is if I go live a few minutes early or I decide to go live on a certain night and you like Mike in the Night, just email me directly, MikeMartins1980@gmail.com. Just go ahead and do that. Just say, hey, Mike, it's okay. Can you add me to your mail list? No problem. And I do that. It's my personal email, MikeMartins1980@gmail.com. You go ahead and do that, and I'll make sure that you don't miss an episode of the show. Woo! Ooh, man. Okay, we got a show and a half for you guys. I really hope I could top last week's show. Again, last week's show was so good. All right, let's go to a quick channel plug here. Guys, don't forget, if you want to buy your boy a coffee, buy Mike Martins a coffee. Thank you for, I think somebody bought me a coffee last week. So if you want to buy me a coffee, here's the link to it right there. Woo! And there's Mike of the Night. Join the channel, guys, on YouTube if you guys want to. There's the channel, and we have our channel members here. If you want to join the channel, go ahead and do that. And there's the 99 Cent Club. I call it the 99 Cent Club. And Facebook. Good news, guys. Facebook is completely blowing up, and it's completely uncensored. People are saying the A word, the B word, the C word, the D word, the E word, the F word, the G word, the J word, the K word, the N word, the K word, the W word. Facebook and Instagram are wide open. TikTok is just... I'm going to explain TikTok to you guys. I got another community violation on TikTok, so we'll get to it right now. So there it is right now. Facebook is blowing up, guys. I don't know what to tell you. I wish this happened 10 years ago, when it should have happened 10 years ago, but it's happening now. There's Instagram right there if you guys want to follow me, and if you guys want to call into the show, I'll open the Instagram lines. And then we got, here we go, TikTok, and let me show you guys what's happening on TikTok. Okay, so I started getting, 3 weeks ago, right here, 4 weeks ago, I started getting active on TikTok again. I managed to get 6,000 followers in about 4 weeks. I ended up getting 2,000 followers yesterday alone. Now, what TikTok is doing is when you have a video, this video right here reached 240,000 views in less than 24 hours. 240,000 views in less than 24 hours. And then TikTok made it a community guideline violation. TikTok doesn't want you to go on TikTok and get viral videos and not pay to promote them. TikTok is like X. You have to pay to play. You have to pay to play. But I go on TikTok, post videos, and get thousands. I don't pay for any of these platforms. But this one here, TikTok, there's another video that passed 200,000 views right there. That video passed 200,000 and it got a community guidelines. That one passed 200,000 and that it got a community violation. So anytime a video passes 200,000 views or it goes viral, it gets taken down for community guideline violations. And there's nothing I could do about it on TikTok. So go to Facebook and Instagram is the place you need to be. Now, let's go here. I wanted to show you guys permanently deleted 3 times on TikTok. 3 times. There we are there from a few, from 20, I can't remember when that was. And that's, we reached 82,000 followers in less than 6 months. So TikTok, you can grow on TikTok. You could grow. But if you don't pay to play, they just cut your videos off, and they give you community guideline violation strikes like this for no reason. And there's nothing wrong with the video because it's posted on every other platform. And the video that was taken down by them was this one. This is a community guideline violation. Now listen, this is an important video, so I'm going to play it. It's a short.
World celebrates the taking down of Nicolas Maduro. I ask you, don't take sides, just open your mind. Afghanistan, Iraq, Sudan, Libya, Cuba, Portugal, North Korea, Iran, Syria, Venezuela, Russia. Different cultures, different governments, different timelines, different countries, different continents, but the exact same outcome. Why? Because they were sanctioned to death. And they didn't follow the same world banking system. This isn't about corruption. This isn't about incompetence. Heck, this isn't even about bad leadership. This is economic siege warfare. You cut off a country from the global banking system, from payment rails, from shipping, from spare parts, from fertilizer, medicine, from credit. And you stand back and say, see, they failed. No, you choked them out. Libya had no debt and free healthcare. What happened? Sanctioned and bombed and destroyed. Iraq sold outside the system in euros. Sanctioned into starvation and bombed. Venezuela, sanctioned until its currency collapsed. Iran, sanctioned for decades. Syria, sanctioned into rubble. Cuba, sanctioned for generations. Russia, sanctioned at a scale never seen before. The Portuguese Empire, sanctioned and multi-front wars in Portuguese Africa. Go look at before and after pictures of Portuguese Africa. Genocide in East Timor. They were sanctioned too, East Timor. Australia armed Indonesia to murder Catholics for oil. Any country on earth can be physically sustainable for food, energy, labor, but no country is allowed to be financially independent. Because the moment you step outside the system, the punishment is collective. Sanctions are diplomacy. They're slow motion warfare is what it is. And the countries on the list that I mentioned, they failed because they resisted. It all started in 1958 when the world saw Venezuela as a threat. Venezuela had the fourth highest GDP per capita in the world, ahead of many European countries. Higher than Spain, Italy, Japan. Massive infrastructure boom, highways, dams, hospitals, public housing. The bolivar was one of the strongest currencies on earth, and we mentioned this a few times. Caracas was called the Miami of South America. Huge middle class, strong purchasing power, high migration into Venezuela, not out. The peak occurred under Marco Pérez Jiménez, a military dictator. It fell apart when the U.S. and European oil companies started operating there and began to dictate domestic policy. I wonder what Venezuela would be like if Venezuela's biggest export was fava beans.
A really good video, guys. Check it out. And we got old Mike of the Nights. MikeoftheNight.org. Go back and watch old episodes of Mike of the Night. MikeoftheNight.org. Here is one from, when the hell was this? I can't remember. April 30th. It doesn't even give me the proper date. April 30th. This is like 2020?
But he wants to rebel against him. What happened? Hey, shh. Not here, guy. Go down there. So what he's doing right now? Promising wealth, promising all kinds of power to people. If you sell him your soul, if you give him your spirit, that's what he wants.
Selling your soul. Look at that. Mike of the Night, 435.
Levels to go. We got 107 and change to break through, and then 112. So keep in mind, this is for West Texas Intermediate, not Brent crude.
Right.
So the next level we're going to break through there is 107 and then 112. If it breaks 112, this thing's going to go really, really high.
All great callers from all the years. Chinese giants were magically exempt from mandatory payments in billions. The Chinese are basically behind all this, and they're all behind it in many layers. And it's communism, oppression. If I default on something, it doesn't magically disappear. They start sending me notice of assessments that they're going to repossess my vehicles, my house, and make me homeless. All right, lots of it. Look at this. I'm very disappointed how no one's fighting against this. The science is showing us. I mean, what's this? What was this? October 27, 2021. The Government of Canada website is showing us that people aged from 0 to 29 in the province of British Columbia, 2 people died from COVID, and all of Canada, 68 people died from ages 0 to 29. 68 people died. I'm pretty sure more people died going up the stairs than died of COVID.
Yeah, but by now you and I pick up the rake, man. Everybody who has any sense at all should know that this thing is never about COVID, man. It's all about the reset. It's all about an agenda. It's all about a global order.
Right there, guys. Excellent guests on Mike of the Night. Good history we have through all the years. You know, people come and go from the show, but that's okay. It's just part of the trend, right? All right. So we're practicing multi-streaming now. So we are on 9 live channels right now. Hold on a second here. Just let me double check this. So mind you guys, you got to remember, I got 50 things going on in the background at the exact same time. Checking everything at the same time while I'm trying to keep the show going, while I'm not making you guys bored, right? All right, what is going on here? Let's rock and roll. Somebody was saying about, it seems like everyone cares, all they care about is views. No, it's not that, guys. People that are new to this channel and hearing me talk about, look, we're getting views on something. It's because we were shadow banned for 10, 15 years. I have videos so important that I put up very important videos, 30 views on the whole video. And then Joe Rogan says it and look at Joe Rogan. It's like, Yeah, but we said it 10 years ago when it mattered. Like the Vancouver model with all the money laundering coming in from China, right? We were telling you 10, 15 years ago about walking the empty streets of Vancouver, showing you the bidding wars. I went to a bidding war and filmed it for you guys. And there's this Chinese people holding a phone up with some Chinese guy on it, looking at the house and saying, I don't care. I'll pay $5 million for that house. I don't give a shit if it's worth 40 grand. I don't care if that house is worth 40 grand. I'm paying $4 million because I need to launder $4 million through Canada. And we were already covering this for you guys. But now, everyone's talking about this stuff now. But it's like, what if people watched and understood when it mattered, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't have to go through all this shit today. But now, we're going through shit, right? And if something happens and we're doing well on this channel, hey, that's great. But you know what? I still feel like a big loser. Because when it mattered, no one cared. When it actually mattered and something could have been done, no one cared. It's the damage is done, and I'm saying, hey, I told you so. And then it's like, who cares now? So it's almost like I really didn't accomplish anything. I did warn you guys, but nobody cared. So I did tell you guys, but it didn't matter because no one cared. But now the damage is here. You know? Yeah. Or no one saw it, yeah. Yeah, people cared, it's just no one saw it, right? And a lot of those videos are still up. You type in, oh my god, Mike, everyone's mass exiting New York. Everyone's... Yeah. I have a prediction video saying, hey, get out of New York or you'll regret it by 2020. Or 2025. Prediction videos. Everything with Venezuela, same thing. Now I'm getting bombarded with messages about Venezuela. Oh, Mike, how did you know they're going to take blow up drug boats? How did you know in order they're going to take oil tankers? How did you know they're going to go in and pick them up? How did you know step by step how this was going to go down? I'm like, well, the video's up. Well, I know the video's up, Mike. But how did you know exactly how this is going to work out? Guys, I don't have a crystal ball. Heck, I have a grade 3 reading level. It has nothing to do with what I could see. It's the playbook. We've been telling you guys for years, it's the playbook. If you have the playbook, you know what's happening next. The whole Taiwan and thing we've been talking about for over 15 years now. Taiwan and China looks like it may be a thing. All our predictions of war. If that Taiwan goes through, every single prediction we made on war that's going to change the tide of humanity will be fulfilled on this channel. Yeah. Dano is in the house. Anaki is in the house. Who else is here? Dino Bravo. Someone saying, Abraham is saying, bro, don't get upset with some ignorant people. No, it's not even being upset with ignorant people. It's just when you try to get the message out for a long time and no one cares. It's okay, no one knows or no one could see it because you're being shadow banned. And then 10 years later, someone says what you said. And then that person becomes like some sort of hero. Do you know how many people go on my videos that I post today and say, this guy's full of shit. He's stealing blah, blah, blah's work. He's stealing blah, blah, blah's work. I am? I go check who that person is. They've been on social media for 2 years. They've been on social media for 2 years. How did I stealing his work? He's been there for 2 years. Yep. All right, who else is here? We got PDS 10. Yeah, I'm just burning some oil here. Everyone's showing up at 7 o'clock here. 6 o'clock my time. Sorry, guys, 6 o'clock my time. Burning some oil. Yeah, here we go. All right, so we got Mouth of the South. He needs to get in. Mouth of the South, listen to me, Sweet Pea. You have Instagram. Because you have Facebook. I saw your Facebook. I liked your post about Christia Freeland. you have Facebook. You have Instagram. If you have Instagram, go into your thing, into the back end of your Facebook. It'll let you into your Instagram, and then add me, Real Mike Martins, and we'll go from there. And then call into the damn show, because you haven't called in about 6-7 months now. We got my boy JD Mills, Jada Mills in the house saying, yeah, man. We got him. I'm going to play some of his music, too, through the show. We got two music content creators for the show. We got Craig Cook, and I got my boy Jada Mills, who's got... I'm going to get him back on the show soon enough to talk about... He's got some really good music. It's reggae music, lots of good stuff. He produces on a regular basis. This guy produces music like a machine. So, he's a Mike and the Nighter. We'll get him on the show, too, sometime. I'll play some of his music. And, so, Liddy Poo saying, hi, hey, Mike, and all. I'm making ice cream and listening in. How do you make ice cream? I'm just breaking balls, man. I'm just breaking balls here tonight on Mike of the Night. And intro song by Craig Cook, guys. Let me go back here and see if I got the Craig Cook thing here for you guys. Yeah, so Craig Cook has been on Mike of the Nighter for... I don't know. Here's his Instagram, Craig Cook there. I'm going to give you a link to Craig Cook here on Instagram. So if you guys want to message Craig Cook, talk to Craig Cook, be friends with Craig Cook. He likes hearing from people from all over the world. Craig Cook's in New Zealand. There's in Craig Cook's Instagram there if you guys want to. Go ahead and follow Craig Cook. He's got a lot of good music, and he'll be uploading more songs there. And we'll be highlighting them here on Mike of the Night. And then I got to get Jada Mills here. His music, I have to get him to send me a link because I have so many subscriptions that I can't even find channels anymore. And then YouTube goes through its thing every year and then removes, and you get unsubscribed to 30-40 channels. Then you go back, you can't find the channel anymore. Yeah, that's how it works. All right. Hopefully we can get Dino Bravo on the show, right? Canada's Strongest Man. Who else? We haven't had... Man, who haven't we had in the show? So we got to get him on the show. So let's rock and roll. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm just doing 26 things at the same time. All right. Message me on the back end if you want to come on to Mike of the Night tonight. Just message me on the back end and let me know if you're queued up and ready to go. And I'm going to start some headlines here for you guys. And it's all bullshit, right? If you guys know, if you're following the news, it's all bullshit, right? It's all distractions, right? So Maduro tells U.S. court he was kidnapped as he pleads not guilty to drug charges. And guys, if you want the inside scoop on what's happening in Venezuela, spring of last year, spring of 2025, we made a video called Venezuela is the Next War, China versus USA. This is where the next proxy war must take place. This one explains to you why it has to move to Venezuela now. And this video here from September 8th, 2025 was the step-by-step what will happen with Venezuela, USA war, 2025-2026 oil tank seizures. So we were telling you there were going to be, before anything happened, before a single shot was fired, we were already telling you guys that they're going to be going after drug boats. They're going to frame it around drugs. Even though more fentanyl is coming in from China, that wiping and murdering Canadians and Americans, fentanyl from China is okay. But cocaine or whatever from Venezuela, because Colombia is bigger into the whole cocaine scene than Venezuela, but from Venezuela, and blaming Venezuela for America's drug problem they all of a sudden had. Like they've never had America's the biggest drug consuming country in the universe. So all of a sudden they got a problem with Venezuela and the drugs. It's all oil. We know this, guys. Okay. it's oil. So here it is right here. This one goes into oil tanker seizures. This video goes during the Reagan administration, if they really wanted to. If they really wanted to clean up the drugs and actually create facilities to fix this problem, they could have long time ago. But they chose not to. So what is this Venezuela prediction? Here goes. I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to go right to it. I'm going to go to the show notes. I actually took notes for you guys on this one because I think it's important. So what's going to happen? It's going to start off with the oil war spillover. So I make up names for things because I can't really factor what I'm... Just bear with me here. Oil war spillover. The U.S. will seize Venezuelan oil rigs, tankers, under justification of protecting global energy markets. Yep, this was 3 months before they even did that. Everything in this video is step by step, and this video has 400 views. No one saw this video. And it's going to happen like I say, and then Joe Rogan's going to say it next year. But I put my neck on the line making these videos. My integrity. All right. Juan Guaido. So this is the key to this whole Venezuela thing, Juan Guaido. His Excellency Juan Guaido served as an interim president from Venezuela from January 23rd, 2019 through January 5th, 2023. This man never became this. Okay, here's a video for this. This is the video that they're censoring all over the place. Watch it, guys. This is very important. It all ties in together if you guys want to know what's happening with Venezuela.
Social media for 15 years to tell you what you have to hear, not what you want to hear, and that's why no one likes me. Trump stated America will take over Venezuela until there is a proper replacement. I'm begging you not to take sides, just hear me out. There's no divide, hear me. Did you know that America appointed a president for Venezuela back in 2018 named Juan Guaido? In May 2018, Venezuela held a presidential election. The ballot had Nicolas Maduro and Henry Falcon, both anti-American. That's it. Juan Guaido was not on the ballot. He did not run. He did not campaign. He did not appear in polling. And he received 0 votes because he was never a candidate. Turnout was roughly 46%. The results was Maduro 67% and Falcon was 21%. And locations. Voting took place across Caracas in the most transparent elections ever held in Venezuelan history. 31 countries sent observers to Maracaibo, Valencia, Barquisimeto, a national election, whether the West liked it or not. Then comes January 23rd, 2019 in Caracas. Outside the National Assembly, Guaido declares himself president in a public square. No vote, no election, no mandate. Yet within days, the United States, Canada, and parts of the EU recognize him. And immediately, sanctions intensify. Venezuela is cut off from SWIFT, if you guys remember. All revenues are frozen. And assets like Citgo in the U.S. are seized. And here's the part no one wants to touch. Guaido is widely reported to be affiliated with Freemasonry. The same transitional elite networks that dominate Western politics and financial institutions. Suddenly, an unelected man is crowned legitimate by foreign powers. He even visited the White House, and Western powers proclaimed him as president. We covered this in multiple videos in 2018 and 2019. This is not a democracy. This was regime change theater, coordinated from Washington, Ottawa, and Brussels. And Venezuela paid the price in blackouts, food shortages, and economic collapse. Facts don't care about narratives. Guaido never won anything, and Venezuela was sanctioned to death over it. And the anti-Maduro rallies you're watching in 2018 and 18 on the news were anti-Guaido rallies, not our president. I just want people to get the full story and understand what's happening on all fronts.
This is the missing piece of the puzzle with Venezuela. Juan Guaido. This is why Venezuela was sanctioned to death. This guy never ran, no pollsters, nothing. But America, Canada, and Europe, basically right here, Juan Guaido, His Excellency, served as interim president for Venezuela. And he never did. He never ran. He never got a ballot. He never nothing. So I'd be pretty pissed off too if I was Venezuela and getting sanctioned and getting shut down because you're not playing ball with America. Both guys that ran in that election was Henry Falcon and Nicolas Maduro. Both were anti-American. So what does America do? Knock on this guy's door and tell him you're president of Venezuela now. So you guys need to understand that Venezuela fell because of sanctions. And Venezuela fell because they were cut off of SWIFT. That Venezuela fell because they couldn't get medication in. They couldn't get basic things in that they used to import in. And basically starve the country to death. I'm not telling you to take sides here. I want you guys to understand what is really happening here. Who else? Okay. And U.S. President says Colombia raid sounds good after Venezuela attack. So anyone that doesn't play ball with the United States will be taken out. That's just how it works. And that's just how it's going to work going. Well, it's been how it's been working for the last 100 years. All right. Oh, this is nice. All right. So if you're living in Canada, good news. This week's top stories: Canadian mortgage delinquency surge. BIS, Bank of International Settlements, warned government of debt flood. Guys, this is from January 4th, 2026. And on December 29, 2025, I made a BIS video about the Bank of International Settlements. I haven't read this, but this is probably what my video is about. Let's see here. Canadian banks on mortgage arrears hit a 5-year high but this isn't their only problem. The CBA data reveals that mortgage arrears climbed 0.25% in October. At the same time, banks saw the number of total mortgages they hold fall 0.9%. So, again, let's see if there's a graph. No graph. But it started to fall, and delinquencies are starting to flood the market. Why? Because Canadians had to compete with the Chinese money laundering. $2.4 to $2.6 trillion laundered through the Canadian real estate, creating artificial shortages, making it impossible for Canadian families to get in, and they're leaving the country. Brain drain, moving to Oklahoma, Florida, everywhere else. And Canadians can't compete with the money laundering. $80,000 house in Alabama is $4 million in Canada, and it's cold 9 months of the year. Woo! Woo! Yeah, good work. Good. You pay taxes. You pay like 200% more taxes there. Woo! All right, let's keep going. What else we got here? Oh, look at this piece of crap. Look at this guy. Madani's. Remember this guy? This Muslim mayor? Madani's tenant advocate wants to seize white supremacist private property. He's coming after the private property. He's coming after the private property, people. He is. A lot of people, when I made videos about this guy's like, why would they get a Muslim mayor in if the Muslim radicals blew up the World Trade Center like they told us? I guess that doesn't matter anymore. How is that even possible, right? What's a white supremacist? Someone that questions the Quran and says, there's 27 different Qurans. Which one do we follow, right? Muhammad was a pedo. Like, all these things that happen. Like, so you question that stuff. Heck, you even question why is this person in our country for? He doesn't do nothing. Like, you're, asking generalized. So you see a person there that doesn't look American. What are you doing here? So, you know what I'm trying to say? So, if you just start questioning why your country's being taken over, you're a white supremacist. Heck, a black man could be a white supremacist. If there's a black man standing up and asking, why are these people? Why are Chinese coming and laundering money into New York? New York, I think it was $609 billion was laundered through New York City from Chinese nationals from 2010. Right, $611 billion was laundered through New York City. New York City has I can't remember, but several 100,000 empty units Just in New York City. Apartments, condos, all owned by Chinese. Entire towers owned by Chinese nationals. You walk up, they're all empty. It's just sitting empty, right? Creating artificial shortages and bidding wars. And now people want to leave the state. Now, so white supremacy could mean anything. You question the Quran because it's bullshit. Guess what? You're a white supremacist. You question anything. Well, what's this guy doing in our country? Why is he here? Right? What was the whole point of the Patriot Act? That was all bullshit too, the Patriot Act. That was put in place not to protect Americans, but to protect the politicians. Right? So, you get what I'm saying, right? You guys understand what I'm saying. So, a white supremacist could be anybody. So it doesn't matter if you're black and you're calling people out, or Hispanic, or whoever you are. You could be labeled a white supremacist, and they'll come and take your private property away, right? So let's keep going. Cuba says 32 of its officers were killed in U.S. raid in Venezuela. And look at this fat fuck. Remember this guy? This fat fuck. This mobile guy. Remember this guy during COVID? Ford says he can't wait to remove Crown Royal from store shelves. Wake the fuck up, Canada. America doesn't need fucking Canada for everything. For anything. Oh, we got the potash. Watch our potash story. America has so much potash right now that it could supply itself for the next 500 years. Oh, we got control of the fertilizer. They fucking have fertilizer in America. Everything that people keep saying. Oh, oil. A majority of Canada's oil is axle grease. It's not sweet crude. The best oil in the world is from East Timor, Portuguese Timor. That's why Australia gave weapons to Indonesia to go murder the Catholics in Portuguese Timor to steal their oil. Okay? And Venezuela's got very good oil deposits. Really, everyone in the comments saying, oh, they don't got good oil. They got very good oil deposits. And West Texas Intermediate Crude has some of the best oil in the world. The sweetest oil on the planet. Okay? So Canada, majority of Canada's oil is tar sands. And a lot of the oil is axle grease, okay? And it takes a lot of work to develop. America doesn't need Canada for fuck all. So when you're going to dump out the Crown Royal off store shelves, people will go to private liquor stores and still buy it. So, these people are fucking stupid. Russia slams U.S. strikes in Venezuela as a violation of sovereignty and calls for a UN meeting. I'm telling you guys, next war is going to be fought in Venezuela, China, Russia versus the United States. Zelensky appoints descendant of Nazi collaborator as economic advisor. Canadian-born Chrystia Freeland's grandfather served as editor-in-chief of the newspaper that published Nazi propaganda in occupied Poland and Austria during World War II. This is the woman that actually destroyed Canada's economy. That was part of destroying Canada's economy. Step by step, ripping the country apart and looting it. That's why Canada is in a looting stage. Canada's been in a looting stage since 2010, folks. We are in a depression in Canada, not a recession. We passed recession. We passed recession in 2015 when the first house in Vancouver, average piece of shit, crackhead house, crack shack, passed $1 million. Once that passed $1 million in Vancouver, average piece of shit home, garbage, $1 million bucks, that was 2015, we went into a depression. Because Canadians can't afford to get into their own real estate. And, oh, remember this prick? Over in Australia? Albanese backs top censor vows stronger hate laws. The hate laws are the government accountability. You call out these fucking prick governments on the accountability for the last 15 years? Guess what? It's a hate law. You're hating. Well, how can you not hate? How can you not hate people for ripping you off, ripping your family off, ripping your pay off, ripping everything you've worked hard for? How can you not hate? Destroying your future, destroying your kids' future. I got to find a college to put my kids in the States so when they graduate, they could get a green card and stay in America so they could buy a house in Oklahoma. Over here, or Florida, or whatever, or Texas. Here, you graduate from high school here. You're homeless. You're finished. You're on the streets. Fucking pricks. Oh, New Zealand. New Zealand newly released data suggests links between COVID vaccines and increase in cancer. We told you not to take this shit. And let's go to the actual publishing from New Zealand. This is from the New Zealand Cancer Web Tool. You can go on. It's funded by the New Zealand government. And it gives you the key findings and broke it down by ethnicity, common cancers, all from people that administered the vaccine. So if you took the vaccine, we had a vaccinologist on the show in 2021. One of them, surprisingly, was from New Zealand. And he was warning us about this. And then I was showing him my 2018 video about the spike proteins. We discussed the spike proteins. And the video was called, it was taken down, it was a live stream we did in 2017 on YouTube that said, they're going to infuse mRNA and spike proteins into our vaccines by 2020. And the reason why I made that video is because my son's vaccine card was this big with 50 vaccines he has to take if he wants to attend high school. So I said, fuck this shit. He ain't taking any of this shit. And that video was about the mRNA and the spike protein and how they're going to be infusing that. And it's going to give you cancer. It's going to kill you. Right? And here it is now. Let's go back here. If you took the vaccine, you better go get tested for cancer. Right here, one more time. One more time. You're talking about all man here. New Zealand nearly released data suggests link between COVID vaccines and increase in cancer.
You're talking about all man.
Right there. All right. Oh, this fucking guy. This fucking guy. Hold on. Remember this fucking prick? Netanyahu orders Israeli military to prepare for World War III. The same guys, the reason why I got banned on X is because my video, How Hamas Got Played. How Hamas Got Played. It explains how basically in Israel they were protesting for, I think it was 38 weeks straight. Not my Prime Minister, Netanyahu, out. Netanyahu is a criminal. No Netanyahu in Israel protesting. We don't want this fucking guy. And the timing was just perfect. 39 weeks straight of protesting. Boom, Hamas comes in. Boom, Hamas gets played. Boom, Israel bombs the Middle East. Boom, he cements himself in as leader of the universe. Boom, 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 boom. Hamas got played. You got played. All those fucking guys with Palestinian flags and Israel flags, you all got played. They all played you. And we kept getting banned everywhere for that because we were telling you, don't take sides. These fucking people are losers. Yep. So, Buddy is saying in the comments, my dad would still be here if it wasn't for the damn shot. Yep. Okay, all right, what else we got here? So who's going to be the next president in Donald's crosshairs? I think he's going to go for Colombia next. I don't know if he's going to take Greenland. I'm not too sure, but he's going to work. He's already got Venezuela. He's already got Iran's currency is crumbling. We already covered that. Their currency right now, they're going into a currency collapse. Yeah, everything is going, and Iran's sanctioned to death. If they leave these countries alone and let them trade and do their business, they wouldn't need anything. But now people think, oh, thank God they got rid of Maduro. Maduro wasn't Venezuela's problem. It was the sanctioning for years. The lies, the deceit, the bullshit. That was Venezuela's problem. That was Cuba's problem. That was every country that doesn't want to be aligned with America's problem. All right, so let's get. I won't be surprised if the EU gives up on Russia and goes for Africa. All right, I'm just reading your comments here. Yeah. No, there's no such thing as sanctioning for a reason. You don't sanction a country. You don't. If Iran wants to deal with let's say China, and then America gets mad because Iran's training with China, and then they're going to put sanctions on China too, and put sanctions on Iran too. You don't get sanctioned for no reason. There's no such thing as being you just can't go around sanctioning countries and expect nothing to happen. There's no such thing. The Portuguese were sanctioned. Why? Because they didn't want to join the fucking IMF. Fuck you, IMF. The Portuguese Empire was fucking good. They had the oil in Angola, the natural gas in Mozambique, the gold, and all the minerals in Portuguese overseas territories for 400 years. And then the IMF came in and started wars with Cuba, went into Angola, into Portuguese Africa to invade Portuguese Africa. They sanctioned the Portuguese and they starved my people. Oh, they have reasons for sanctioning them. Why? Because we're Portuguese? Fuck you! Fucking piece of shit. Fucking shit. All right, let's get some calls in the show. All right, guys, we're going to open lines. If you want to message me on Instagram, yeah, I'm just telling you how it is because I'm fucking pissed off at this fucking shit. Lots of countries were sanctioned for no fucking reason because they didn't want to play ball with America or the fucking piece of shit IMF. Fucking unelected fucking pricks. Fucking jealous motherfuckers. So give me a quick message on give me a quick message here on if you want to come on Mike in the Night. And my Instagram is open. I'm just fucking pissed, man. People don't fucking understand anything. You don't sanction fucking countries because you don't get what you fucking want and starve people for medicine, food, and fucking necessities they need. You don't fucking sanction nobody because you don't get what you want. Fucking pricks. Lord doesn't like cursing, and Lord doesn't like when one person or a group of 4 selected people make decisions to murder and maim and kill entire fucking countries. Maduro didn't steal no election. Guaido did not run in that election. So Lenny Poo's challenging me. Maduro stole the election. Guaido didn't even fucking run, and they said he was the president. Okay? So you telling me Mark Carney didn't steal the election? You telling me Justin Trudeau, when we made a prediction video, that the fucking piece of shit Liberal Party is going to call a snap election and fucking win? And they did, and they fucking win with the mail-in ballots, and there was 407,000 uncounted ballots in Scarborough or wherever, Ontario? You telling me that all these fucking motherfuckers that are getting in all over the world, like that fucking piece of shit the Bolsonaro, that fucking Lula, you telling me he didn't steal the fucking election? Fuck off! Yeah, Maduro's a commie piece of shit too. It's not the fucking point. The point is, these guys become dictators and they become fucking communists because they get shut down and they get sanctioned to death. That's what the fuck happens. When you can't get food into your country, you can't get shit into your country, oh, Maduro stole the election. We just told you at the beginning of the show, fucking a guy that didn't fucking run got the fucking presidency. What the fuck? What the fuck? Whatever. So you're telling me Mark Carney didn't steal the election? You're telling me that? Fucking guys. Fuck. Fucking bullshit. So tired of this fucking shit. Everything's fucking rigged. You think any fucking election's real? Everyone's fucking, yeah, it's not just the liberals. Yeah, that's why I keep saying don't take sides. These guys, it doesn't matter who the fuck you vote for. They're all playing for the same team. Fucking bullshit. All right. Anyone want to call in? Anyone message me on Instagram, please. Somebody send me a message. All right, guys, we're going to give it a few more minutes. And if we can't get any call-ins, we will wrap the show up. Ooh, Maduro stole an election. Yeah, but the guy that they said won the election didn't even run. The guy they said that he didn't even run. He wasn't even on the pollsters. He wasn't on the ballot. Yeah. All right. Guys, if you want to call in, just add me on just go ahead and add me on Instagram, please. Real Mike Martins. All right, guys. We'll keep Hello.
Oh, Mike.
Hey.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, good. I barely can hear you. Hang on.
You can't hear me?
Now?
I can hear you perfectly. I hear a TV in the background.
No, that's there was a pianist in the shopping center.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
what do you got for us tonight?
How about that timing, huh?
Yeah.
Like after what I said.
Well, we actually predicted this was going to happen like last summer.
Yeah, I know, but like the timing is just impeccable.
Yeah, it's just you try to explain this to people, or you try to explain to people why a country is failing. They tell you,
yeah,
well,
the West in general is failing. I wouldn't want to be in the West, to be honest, right now. Like if you got the money, you better run now, because it's gonna be a lack of resources. Everyone's now fighting for all the states are fighting for resources. China's fighting resources. Europe's fighting for resources. Like America's fighting for resources. It's all down to resources, and inflation is gonna go kablooey. simply because when a government starts to fight for resources, it all goes to them because they have the ones who've got the guns and we don't. As simple as that, right? Like I can see how vulnerable Africa is. I wouldn't be surprised that Europe would actually give up on Zelensky and they just go for Africa.
Yeah.
Because it's like they need the oil, they need the oil, they need the gas, they need the gold, they need the blah 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 everything. Yeah, and it's they're low hanging fruit.
Yep.
Russia is too big. Russia's got ICBMs. They've got nuclear. Like if you could, put up that picture, that picture I sent you yesterday, right? It's like it's going to be global hyperinflation, right? Supreme Canon is like saying that he didn't agree with me that Australia is not going to be invaded by China or the US. They're not going to be fighting for resources. Hey, if they run out of options, like as Henry Kissinger had said, right? To be enemy of the US is dangerous, but to be a friend is fatal. I wouldn't be surprised they're just going to turn around and say, hey, that's mine. We've got a pimple in the middle of the country called Pine Gap, right? And then the other day with the Chinese doing the whole Tour de France around the coast of Australia, they're just, letting them know, hey, I've got the guns, I've got the nuclear, I can bomb you anytime. It's simple as that, right? And I just saw the video of China. They've got robots to do stuff now. Like as if tending to a shop. Like if you want to buy a Coke or whatever, and then they've got a little robot that will pick up your payment and then pick up the bottle for you, like as if it's at a kiosk, and they give it to you. Yeah, it's like. Hey, they're already 20 years ahead. The West is going to try to catch up? Hell no. You can't even fix a pothole. Look at the state of your trains, the subway.
It's because we have corrupt politicians here. And our
I know.
Are China.
Yeah, no. Look, they're all in it together. Okay, it's just that the bankers have already chosen China as the winner, right? What's that? Goldman Sachs was the one who coined the term BRICS, and then the BIS was working with China for the Enbridge, and then they suddenly backed out because they thought to themselves, oh shit, we've helped the enemy, and now they're standing on their own, and we're so far behind, we're fucked. It's too funny.
But
it's like. I'm just waiting for the shit show to become open. That's all. The thing about the West, okay, is that the government here stabs you in the back without you knowing, whereas in Asia they do it openly.
Well, we know we're getting stabbed in the back here.
But you and me, we know, okay. The listeners over here, they know. But you think the plebs know? The so-called normies, they don't know jack shit. They happily took the jab. I was trying to rationalize with people, how come they will happily take the jab when they are in secondary school or high school? Okay, what is the preoccupation of most students? To have sex. They don't care about the studies. They don't know jack shit about biology or whatnot. They're only interested in getting the girl to fuck him and whatever, that kind of thing. All right? Oh, she's so hot, he's so hot, blah blah blah. That's why they don't know jack shit. I was in school. I was a grade A student with biology. I knew from the start it was trash. But most people, you try to rationalize them with them, they're not gonna understand. They're basically animals, like I told you last year, right? Or I told you 3 years back on your show. They're all animals, okay? The elites know that they're animals. They're too easy to control. They already know them, they've got thousands and thousands of years of how human psychology works. They're not gonna do it. Whatever you want to read and you want to vent your frustration and all that, it's not gonna do jack shit. We don't have the guns. We don't have the resources to take these clowns down. I mean, you guys are just complaining. You really want to do something? You do like a Robespierre. right? Or like Marie Antoinette, you drag their asses into the square and lop their heads off. Ranting online is not going to do jack shit. It's too funny. Anyway, I'll let you go. Let the others have the turn. Okay?
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So, yeah, she's right. Ranting online doesn't do jack shit. But, I don't know. I've been trying really hard to get the word out. What's happening, where it's happening, how it's happening. But it's going to get to a point of no return, folks. We're going to get to the point of no return, man. We're going to get to the point of no return. So, is there anyone else? Send me a message. Let me go here. Give me a sec. Okay. All right, we got our buddy there from India. All right, let's get our buddy in there. Guys, don't forget to join our email list here, Mike in the Night's email list, MikeMartins1980gmail.com, if you don't want to miss an episode of Mike in the Night. You're tuned into episode 631 of Mike in the Night. I appreciate everyone being here tonight. Sorry about all the ranting tonight. I am pretty hard on pretty vocal tonight here. I'm usually not this vocal, but I'm just pretty teed off.
We here with Mike in the Night. Mike in the Night. That's right. That's right. Tonight we here to review with Mike in the Night. Halloween, pumping scream in the night with Halloween. Everybody making the scene. Trick or treat till the neighbors out in the street with Wolverine. Halloween, coming home. That's right, with Mike in the Night. It's that time. We here to stir it up. That's right, Mike in the Night. It occurs.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, Nitin?
Yes. Sorry about that. I had to change my Instagram settings.
All right, let me just turn up my volume here. Make sure you speak nice and clear into the mic, buddy. Guys, we got our boy Nitin here from India, and I saved Nitin's life. He was going to come to Canada to be a student, and then this is years ago. This is like 15 years ago, right?
2020.
No, it was before 2020.
No, I first found you in 2020. Remember?
Okay, but you watched a video I made about students coming to Canada. It's a fraud. But that video I made in 2014, though.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, yeah, the video was made in 2014. He watched a video about students coming into Canada. It's a ripoff and the cost of living. So I saved this man's life. I'm just playing around. Nitin, welcome to Mike in the Night. Thanks for being back. It's been a good while since you've been on. How you been?
I've been good, Mike.
All right.
Was a little bit sick, but recovering. Had a little lung infection, but recovering well.
Okay.
The New Year has been good.
Good.
Christmas has been good.
Good.
Going to church, spreading the love.
Did you go to Christmas Mass?
Oh, definitely. Would not miss it.
Yeah, I went to me too. I went to midnight mass there. All right, brother. What do you got?
I have a lot of things to cover, but I don't know how to prioritize on this.
Well, you do your best. I'm not going to talk too much because I talked a lot, and you could tell I'm not in a good mood.
Yeah.
So you go ahead.
So what I see happening is this is going to be a prelude for what happened in Venezuela. It's going to be a prelude to Iran. So they're trying to push the narrative, Iran bad, Iran bad, Iran bad. And I think Trump recently admitted that he didn't do jack shit in that bombing that he did there. I think you saw that news, right? Where he admitted that he didn't do anything to the nuclear facilities or anything.
Well, slow down. You're talking way too fast. You're talking about
my
the
bad.
bombing where?
So remember that bombing in Iran?
Yes.
So Trump came up and said he didn't do anything about it. Like no facilities were destroyed. Iran has full nuclear capabilities and everything. So I'm pretty sure.
I just want to say I wouldn't play around with Iran. I wouldn't. That's one country you don't play around with, and those guys have one thing going for them, and that's manpower. They got a lot of.
They have insane man.
Yeah.
The insane manpower, yes, and dedicated people to work on it, and they're very smart about it. They build bases inside mountains so that even if it gets attacked, it's not that effective. So they're smart, and they have a cache of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the reason for Venezuela's thing is I'm pretty sure there's going to be some traction between Iran, and 100% sure Netanyahu is going to do some crazy shit because he openly said he's going for World War III.
Mm-hmm.
So that piece is, everywhere war, everywhere sadness. And I was recently reading a book called Prophecies of Nostradamus. Have you ever read that book?
I've read quite a few of his quatrains. I've seen his quatrains in documentaries.
Yeah, so I recently read a little. I haven't completed. I just finished a few chapters.
Mm-hmm.
And the parallels are quite there. Like the war and everything.
Yeah. There was a TV show you might want to watch. It's on YouTube, the full episodes. It's called The Nostradamus Effect.
Oh, I'll catch that.
I think it went on for 3 seasons too, and then like 30, 40 episodes. It's called The Nostradamus Effect. Watch it. You'll love it. You'll love it.
On YouTube?
It's on YouTube. It was made for History Channel originally.
Okay.
It's called
a little shocked.
Yeah, The Nostradamus Effect. Watch it. You'll love it. Watch the first, second, third, fifth episode. You'll watch it. It goes over the quatrains. It goes over what's happening on the world, where it's going to happen, what they think is going to go. You know what I mean, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
that thing is there. And yeah, as the previous caller said, they're going to fight for resources. Every country is going to fight for resources.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be one thing.
But here's the deal, Nitin. I'm gonna put a little cot in the wheel here, or I'm gonna take the cot out of the wheel so the wheel falls off the wagon. What DY is saying is they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that, and they have all stuff going on, ready to go, and they're just gonna start taking it over. Here's the problem. If I'm right, how many times have I been wrong, Nitin?
Yeah, very good track record on that one.
So let me tell you something. I believe in my heart of hearts, I know that China does not have more than 400 million people. I know they don't. They've been lying about their population for many years now. I have
a piece on that one.
Huh?
Continue. I have a piece to add on that.
The reason why I'm saying this, Nitin, I think China has 400 million people and 200 million of them are over 60. And they're announced last week that they're having a population crisis. In
yes.
China. How do you have a population crisis in China with 1.4 billion people? So they're lying, and they've been lying. And then I've been reading, if you watch my China population videos where I'm going from books that were published in the 1700s, it wasn't called China, it was called some empire, some dynasties and stuff. The population wasn't even 3 million people. So they're lying about the one-child policy and the displacement after World War I, displacements after World War II, all the shit that happened. There's no way they have 1.4 billion people. I'm sorry, Nitin. So if China wants to move on Australia and all these other countries, they need the population to do that. And I don't believe China has the manpower that they make us believe. Go ahead.
So on that front, recently, I think it was from yesterday or something, there was a news saying that in China, there's going to be a new tax. It's called the birth rate tax something, where they're going to tax you on extra on condoms, contraceptives, and all pregnancy-related thing too. So they want people to have more babies.
Yeah.
So this is a very unique tax. And one of my cousins actually did his the house MD in this one, China. And when I used to talk to him, he's like, "Dude, the place is too advanced. Like they have in cafes, you don't have any much people working as waiters. It's all AI, all automated, and the place is like a future cities." He studied in Beijing, Beijing, my bad, and he says the place is way there. And he's gone to Australia, New Zealand, and all, and he says, "Dude, it doesn't compare."
But you
When
got to
you
remember
compare
the
the internet
infrastructure.
facilities,
The infrastructure in China
yes,
wasn't built like Rome. It wasn't built strong. A lot of infrastructure and buildings are just falling right apart in China because they're not built like the Europeans, right? There's a reason why America, Canada, and all the Europeans came first, build everything. If the Chinese and the Indians, no offense because I know you're in India, but if the Chinese and the
yeah, I take
Indians
no offense.
and the Pakistanis and the Arabs came first, there wouldn't be a Western civilization because they wouldn't have built after like Rome. They wouldn't bring the sanitation. They wouldn't bring the stuff that Europe had, right? So there's a reason why the Europeans came first to the West, right? To build it. So, anyways.
So I feel that every culture has its own perks and pros and cons, but yeah, some cultures are a little bit horrible.
Yeah. And another thing, Nitin, we talked about this years ago. I still remember when you came on Mike in the Night in early 2020, you came on the show, and we were discussing on Mike in the Night this was, you know what? You didn't find me in 2020. It's impossible because you were on Mike in the Night in 2019, and we were discussing, me and you, on the show, the Chinese-India border dispute in 2019. You were on the show.
Really?
Yes, you were. I was watching the episode the other day at my store. We were discussing, me and you, we were discussing the India and China border dispute in 2019.
Oh, that border dispute has been happening for quite some time.
Yeah, but we brought that up because it was heating up in 2019, where China moved in an extra 20 kilometers into India for no reason and set up camp. And that was that was in 2019.
That was in 2020, 2019. Yeah. End of 2019, 2020, yeah, some of that.
Yeah. So we did discuss this. So what I'm saying is, okay, let me add to this too. If China is going to come and take over the world, to take over Australia, take over, here's the problem with China. Vietnam doesn't like China. South Korea doesn't like China. India doesn't like China. Philippines doesn't like China. Japan doesn't like China. What was it? Laos. So, like, all these countries don't like China. You see what I'm saying? So China's got to keep that in mind, that they're surrounded by potential enemies, right? So
they actually have some mega projects to counter any of these problems. So there is this project that they're working with Pakistan. So this will divert their trade route from, so they can use the ports from Pakistan to do the trades and goods and everything. So there's one route which is China and Pakistan. There's a trade route which is happening. And the other one is through China and Myanmar. So it was a big project which connected Myanmar, Bangladesh, and India. But since there was tension between India and China, we didn't proceed with this. So they're currently working with Myanmar and China. So there's a corridor there. So they're building these things because if there is an issue with Taiwan, I'm pretty sure it's going to be an issue. They have a backdoor.
Okay. But still, it's every surrounding, and then if you go further out the map, it's just like everyone dislikes China. It's just when I was in the Philippines, it was like very anti-China there. You didn't see any Chinese people there; it was all Filipinos, but they were very anti-China, right? When I was in the Philippines, it's like very very that whole communist oppression. We don't want it. We don't want the technology. Leave us the fuck alone type of attitude, right? So I'm just saying they're surrounded by potential enemies too. So
that doesn't stop them, does it?
It's going to be a bloodbath, is what it looks like, because Philippines will go all in. Because Philippines and Vietnam have been bullied by China with their fishing vessels.
Oh yes, the fishing fleet.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they're gonna it's gonna be a bloodbath. So they're gonna every country surrounding is.
But one thing they're very good at is changing the narrative. They have like so much bots and all these things
It
so
doesn't
that
matter.
they can
The
influence.
population isn't
Yeah.
as big as they're telling us. Nitin. They're
No,
lying.
it is definitely not. So I saw this particular. I think it was some YouTube channel called China Observer or something. So it was a coverage of a dating event. So 1,000 women registered for a dating event. Guess how many guys showed up?
13.
3.
I thought it was 13.
3.
Yeah.
And the women who signed up were from 30 to 60 years. I'm like, 60 years is where you retire peacefully. Why are you in the market for dating? That's my question.
Yeah, thousands of.
And
I watched those single dating parties
Yeah.
in China with 30. There was about 3,000 women, and only like I think it was 13 guys showed up. Right?
Yeah. Like, so this is I mean, they're not showing it up, but they have a big population problem.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and guys, they don't want to get married because of a lot of issues. Other than forget finances and everything, they really don't want to get married. The basic thing is they don't want to get married because it's a lot of commitment.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the world is going to have a big population problem altogether. I think South Korea is also already facing
Yeah,
this.
South Korea. I made
Japan
a video.
is.
Maybe I made a video on the whole South Korea population too thing. Big problems.
Well, one of my friend visited Japan last year. I think it was last November or something. So she went there and she's like, dude, all the convenience store, the people there are above 60, 70, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're really old people working. I'm like, wow. And she even saw that she went to Tokyo, she went to Osaka, Kyoto.
Yeah.
And the amount of, I mean, they're very dedicated people, I agree to that, but the burnout is real. Like how we generally face burnout, their burnouts are extreme. Like people literally sleep on the subway at 12 p.m. In the night. Sorry, 12 a.m. in the night. They work so much and they're just burnt out. Like, I was like, wow. So I feel that Japan is going to have a major issue. South Korea, I think, believe it or not, I feel that India is going to have a population crisis in the next few years. It's very silent, but it's happening. I think there is, I'm not sure if it's a brainwash or something, but yeah, no one wants to get married.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
Like most people who want to get married are not getting suitable partners. And many people are like, we're enjoying the single life. I'm like,
you know what it is? I'll be straight up with you. I think a lot of the men don't want to deal with the whole modern woman bullshit too.
That's so correct. The demands, my
modern
God.
woman, strong woman bullshit, right? So a lot of guys just don't want to deal with that bullshit and yapping and complaining about everything. Bullshit. I was married previously. It was a complete bullshit failure. Modern woman bullshit. Strong woman bullshit. Fuck off, man. Pissed off all the time.
Oh
fuck
my
yourself.
God, I'm in there. I'm there. Me and Ralphie had a very long conversation on this subject. I mean, they come with a wish list. I'm like, we are not genies, dude. We're humans. I mean, they have a big list. I mean, I believe it or not, there is something which is very trending in India post-COVID. I think for the last 2 years, on Instagram, there's a page called Small World. So this one started in the city which I live in. I think 2 years ago they started. It's only for dating, blind dates and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2 years, they have outlets, multiple outlets in every major city in the country. So imagine the foot traffic that they're receiving.
Lots.
In 2 years, they have so many outlets, and just not one outlet in a city, like multiple outlets. In my city where I stay in Bangalore, there are three outlets for these, and they have events every day.
Wow.
And the money they're making is insane. But I feel sad for men because we have to pay double the charges, and we don't get anything out of it. One of my friend tried. He's like, dude, this is just bullshit, dude. Nothing's happening. Mm-hmm. It's basically like it's worse than an interview. They don't even give you the time to get to know you. Just walk in, walk out, get out. Mm-hmm. That is another problem which is going to be real very soon.
Yeah. Nitin, I just want to apologize in advance for being so fucking pissed off tonight. I'm just so
It's all right.
fucking angry, man.
You're not the only one. Everyone is angry. Me and my dad have an argument almost every time if we talk politics. I try to currently what I'm doing is trying to switch off anything politically related because it's no matter who you vote, no matter who you get into power, we are getting fucked. Everyone is in the same boat unless you find someone new and you get him in power, and he's also on the same boat again.
Right.
Like, for example, is our great Trump. He was a peace candidate. I think he attacked 7 countries, including Venezuela, in this term. I think 7 countries, right? Yeah, 7 countries. So there is no talk of peace. And did you check the farmers' protest in Europe last month?
What, in Ukraine or Poland?
No. It was in Brussels, France.
Oh, okay.
It was big. I mean, the farmers were literally blocking the roads, and they threw cow dung at the buildings.
I saw that
the
one.
videos were brutal.
I saw that one. Yes, I even think we covered it on Mike in the Night. Farmers protest. Yeah, it's finished. It's collapsing. Currency is completely worthless. People are losing their minds. People are doing whatever they can to keep their jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the job market is really bad. There was an incident in India where the opening was somewhere close to 500 people. I think it was a government job opening. It was a very entry-level position. I think the openings were like less than 500, not even 500, less than 500. Guess how many people attended the exam?
I don't know.
8,500 people.
For an exam for?
A very basic clerk job.
Yeah, that's happening here in Canada. There was an opening for a job for something. I can't remember what it was in one of the cities in Vancouver. And there was about 5,200 people show up for it.
The job market is very bad and no one is talking about it. And everyone says it's going to be good. I mean, believe it or not, many guys who work are not seeing any significant pay hikes in the pay slips.
And if they do, it's not catching inflation, though.
Yes.
So.
And the inflation rates are rigged. I mean, every data that the government provides for inflation rating, it's incorrect. It's basically they're moving the goalpost. They give the base year incorrectly. And there's like almost no inflation and we're getting fucked. I mean, really, you can feel it when you go to the grocery store. If you want, that's my take. If you want to know the pinch of the inflation, go to the grocery store, same amount, try it for one whole year. You will understand how much your spending power has decreased.
Watch my food set to skyrocket in a city near you videos I made 10 years ago.
Oh my God, I don't know what is going to happen. I actually fear for the next generation. Like the amount of, I mean, I've literally seen people not able to read books. They do not have the attention span to read a book. That's where we are.
My kids, they go to bed at a certain time and they have to have a book with them and they read it till they fall asleep. So read whatever they want to. Look at the pictures. I don't care. Just look at something, not a screen, right?
I make sure that I read at least 10 pages every day.
Yeah.
It's hard, but I force myself.
I read comic books. I read lots of comic books, right? So
I read mangas, so
yeah,
it's a little refreshing. I just finished Solo Leveling, so yeah, it was very refreshing.
All right.
Yeah, I'm an anime buff.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that about you. Just the first time I heard that. Is there anything else, Nitin? For our buddy from India that gives us eyes and ears on the ground. We covered the farmers' protests in India. We covered the COVID in India, the COVID BS in India. We covered a lot of stuff in India together.
Yeah, one last thing. If there's a war with China, I'm pretty sure India is going to be the footing for US. I mean, we have lost our strategic autonomy. That is the problem. Historically, we were neutral, but right now,
Well, but Canada is China, though.
yeah, that is true.
Canada is China.
Australia is
Our
China.
biggest coal mine here, all our lumber, everything is China. China owns everything. So we don't. They own more of our real estate than Canadians do. So we got almost 4 million empty homes and condos and houses across Canada. 3.9 million empty homes. So yeah, we got no. We are China. This is an autonomous region of China is where we are.
All we can do is prepare, pray, and hope. That's all.
Yeah. All right, Nitin, thank you for calling in. I appreciate your support all these years.
Thank you, Mike.
God bless you, my friend.
God bless you and your family, and Happy New Year to all.
You too.
I hope we can make some positive changes this year.
I hope God hears you.
Oh, I am praying like crazy.
Me too.
That is the only thing keeping me alive currently.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye-bye.
That is our boy Nitin here on Mike in the Night. Look, I even got my rosary right here. Got one of my rosaries here. Mitch Madden is on Facebook for some reason. Thank you, Mitch, for being here. We got, holy crap, guys. We are at 949 people watching Mike and Night tonight. We are at 949 people watching. Holy crap. That's across 9 platforms, though. We are multi-streaming across 9 platforms. 9. All right. Okay, just trying to see if this thing is working here properly. Wow, that's a lot of viewers, guys. Thanks, guys, for being part of the channel, liking and subscribing and all the jazz. Really means a lot to me that you guys come out all these years. It's social media has really changed in the last 5 years. After COVID, right after COVID, everything changed. We were going strong on social media for years already, and then the COVID kicks off. We told you they were going to pull the trigger on a pandemic. We told you everything was going to happen, and it all happened. And here we are now. It's like, it's so weird. It's just so weird. It's almost like, I'm not joking, you guys. I feel like it's almost like a scripted world we live in. The world's a stage. We're just all actors. And I think Tony Soprano said it the best when he said, life is but a series of distractions, and then you die. I think Tony Soprano was right in the TV show Sopranos. I really do believe he was right. Sorry for the yawning, folks. Okay, we got Anna Key wants to call in. We're going to get her on. Who else wants to call in? Just send me a quick message. Yeah. So when people could tell me, oh, Maduro stole the election, I'm like, and Carney didn't steal the election? And Trudeau didn't steal an election? With the mail-in ballots? And that Bolsonaro didn't steal an election? That piece of shit in France, Macron didn't steal an election? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Let's do a quick channel plug, guys, here if you want to support the transmission. Guys, don't forget to buy your boy a coffee here. I haven't gotten a coffee tonight, so if you guys want to buy a $3 coffee, go ahead and do that. If you want to support the transmission. Yeah, Lula. Oh, bullshit. It's all fixed. Join the channel. You can join the 99. If you're watching on YouTube, you can join the 99 cent club. I get no views on YouTube. Is dead. I still post on YouTube, but it's just dead. And Facebook, guys, Facebook and Instagram are the place to be right now, because you can say the A word, the B word, the C word, the D word, the E word, the F word, the G word. You could say any word you want. And Real Mike Martins is where you find me on Instagram. Add me if you want to call into the show. And TikTok, watch out for TikTok, folks. We're back on TikTok for a couple of weeks. We ended up getting 4,000 followers almost overnight. Literally in a couple of weeks, literally. And they're doing these community violations. So the problem we're having is community violations. Every time a video goes viral, and because I'm not paying for TikTok or pay to play, they just keep taking down videos randomly. This one passed 200,000 within 24 hours, and this one passed 200,000 the other day, and they took it down for community guideline violation and community guideline violation. They keep taking down videos for community guideline violations, and there's nothing we could do about it. It's just what it is. So be careful with TikTok, guys. Maybe focus on Instagram and Facebook for now until that gets taken down. And previous episodes of Mike in the Night is at mikeinthenight.org. If you guys want to watch episodes of Mike in the Night, I'm usually not that angry on the show, but man, tonight I'm really pissed. Right.
The hell exists, okay? Hell and the lake of fire. Basically, those are being created.
Well, there's a lot of people that could testify it exists that died and came back. I've been studying near-death experiences for many years now.
Let me tell you.
There's a lot of people that have come back and they've changed their ways real quick in a heartbeat.
Let me tell you something. They can be.
That's Mike of the Night 437. Mike of the Night.
And I'll show you guys the daily chart if you want to bring up the other chart with that super indicator at the bottom.
All right, let's go to the chart at the bottom. This one right here.
Yes.
That's daily.
Yeah, so that's a daily chart. So each one of those candlesticks represents.
So another caller on Mike of the Night. What was this? 435. Mike of the Night 428. Runaway inflation. Fangulo. That's how you say fangulo. All right, let's keep going here. Scientific finding: people under 50 are more likely to die from COVID-19 vaccines than from the disease itself. Hold on, I gotta get my hold on. Let me get my
Who the fuck is PFC William T. Santiago?
What the fuck, man? Oh, they've been pushing, desperately seeking fucking Fauci. Where is fuckface? Where is fuckface? Where is he? Desperately seeking Fauci.
Now, are these really the questions that I was called here to answer?
So here goes. Scientific finding: people under 50 are more likely to die from COVID-19 vaccines from the disease itself. You bunch of fucking pricks. You pricks. And another caller here on Mike of the Night.
And it's also in fulfillment of, I insist that this is the book of Revelation. Mm-hmm. And regardless of whatever anybody want to think, I mean, it is so straightforward. It doesn't take a lot for you to realize that this.
That was episode 390 of Mike in the Night. And if you guys want to talk to Craig Cook, he provides... oh, God. Why is my right click not working? Here we go. Give you guys a link for Craig Cook. If you want to follow him on Instagram, go ahead and do that. Follow Craig Cook on Instagram, please. And he puts up music, and he's working with creating music here for Mike in the Night here, and I appreciate that. And let's see if anyone's bought me. I don't think anyone's bought me a coffee tonight. Yeah, I'm in a really bad mood tonight. So let me see here. Come on, refresh. No coffees tonight. That's okay. Doesn't matter. All right. Oh, Mitch Madden now has officially switched to Rumble. See, we're everywhere now. We're on 9 platforms, guys. And I'm kind of testing this out, testing out the waters. Wow, we're at 952 people watching. Thank you very, very much, everyone. Okay, we're going to get our next caller in right now here on Mike in the Night. And get our next caller here on Mike in the Night.
Day after day, I'm more confused. I look for the light in the pouring rain. You know it's a game that I hate to lose. Now I'm feeling the strain. Ain't it a shame? Oh, now give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Oh, give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away.
Hello?
Hello.
Anna Key, thank you for being here tonight on Mike in the Night, episode 631. How are you, my friend?
Oh, I'm sort of having a moment, really. I've just decided that we're going to use your swearing as a barometer of where we're at in the whole scheme of things.
I'm really
So
sorry
we're
for
sort
being
of
so angry
almost-
today.
No, it's fine. I think it's good. It just lets everybody know that, like kind of holding it in and keeping stum and being sensible and not doing, not, keeping your P's and Q's just so and all of that sort of thing. Sometimes you just need to let it all hang out. And so you've blown it out the backside. But all I'm sort of seeing is we've got more of this to come. So hang on to your hats, fellas.
Now you're in Australia. Maybe can you gloss over which elections were stolen to in your country? Because everyone's saying that Maduro stole an election. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Every country is stealing elections. So you're in Australia. Please gloss over a few for us in Australia.
Look, it's pretty consistent across the board. And many, many years ago, I spent some time with the son of a Labor politician, and we had a bit of pillow talk, and it was all about exactly what happens behind the scenes. And so I kind of heard how they just bolster up their numbers based on who they can get into the behind the scenes. And so anybody that doesn't vote, they just take that vote and put it into their coffers. Mm-hmm. And that type of thing sort of has been going on forever.
Yep.
Theft, lying, stealing, nothing's changed forever.
Look at Toronto.
It's
Toronto.
all going on.
Toronto. There's the mayor of Toronto. If you one day when you're extremely bored and you got nothing to do, you want to see what's happening in the city of Toronto, type in mayor of Toronto. How does she get voted in? I don't know how that lady got voted in. I don't even know if she got more than 300 votes.
No. I don't believe any of them really are getting voted in. I honestly think that we've got a lot of complacency out there. Absolute stupidity and complacency. So some of it is to do with if you can just run the ads, run the hooks, run the sort of media gauntlet in Australia especially, and if you've got you're very much like Trudeau had the media in Canada in his back pocket. Well, our guys have got the media in their back pocket.
No one still voted for the guy. Nobody voted for him.
Nobody.
It was all fixed, right?
Nobody.
Well, let me go over some.
And nobody could. Honestly, everybody I ever spoke to at one point, I got really interested in it and got into policies and got into the nitty gritty of it all. And the minute you actually ask somebody why did you really vote for someone? Oh, because she was a woman. Oh, he was cute. Oh, I just ticked a box. It didn't matter. Oh, I just did a donkey vote. Nobody gives a shit. So we're dealing with, you're not complacent. I'm not complacent. Lots of people aren't complacent, and we've got our eyes open and our heads on a swivel. But a lot of people, sorry, their lives are too full. They've got too much comforts. They've got their 52-inch or 80-inch television sets, and they've got their subscriptions to Netflix, and they've managed to rape whoever they can somewhere with getting enough money to have enough alcohol in their, and food and a roof over their heads and their Netflix subscription. After that, they don't care. And the other person that said all they care about is getting a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. And so their heads are just, they're just not there. They don't care. They don't care. Most people just don't care.
Well, let's go over a few names you might know down under and questionable election results. Starting in 1993 in Australia, the Labour Party, Paul Keaton was that was very questionable win. And then we got 96
yes,
John Howard,
90s.
very questionable win with John Howard too. And
honestly, I'm just watching it go backwards and forwards from Liberal to Labor, and they basically just hand each other over preference votes to give each other a turn because they get tired of being in the front of the camera and being Mr. Goody Two Shoes or Mr. What's Your Perfect Words and not being able to sort of say the wrong thing and being micromanaged with what colour ties they're going to wear. So they literally, it really is, two sides of exactly the same coin. So Liberal, Labor, you've got it in Canada, they've got it everywhere in all the Western countries. It's a flip-flop. They hand it over. They literally just hand it over.
So let's fast forward. Hold on, Anna. Let's fast forward to 2007 with Kevin Rudd, another questionable one, and then Julia Gillard in 2010, and then let's not forget Tony Abbott in 2013.
Gillard got there, but Gillard and Abbott got there by stabbing each other's heads of their parties in the back. I mean, really, we had a revolving door, so it's like we've got more freaking prime ministers, ex-prime ministers that we're looking after, and some of them were just like 1 year or 6 weeks almost. They can literally be in power for six weeks and then end up on a gravy train for life. So they're really just feathering their pigs in a trough, feathering their own nest. They don't give a shit about you as long as you basically fund their fun.
And let's not
forget that.
Let's not forget 2019, your favorite Prime Minister, Scott Morrison, the gravy train COVID man, restriction boot to the neck.
Yeah. Oh, look, oh God, he was involved in advertising and marketing and oh no, he literally failed up, and a lot of these people are failures going up.
Mm-hmm.
It's just insane, there's. It does my head in. It literally does my head in. And the people that actually have been in outside of government, they're not like total government lackeys that got, raised from birth literally and went to the student unions at universities and then just went in and did political science and, studied a term on Machiavellianism and then a term on, how to basically manipulate the population and a term on how to sort of, image control and how to make a policy so that the media in itself or anybody that whistleblows are put in jail, it's so wrong. I've given up, you can't, they've been at it for 20 years. I can't explain to people. They still think their vote counts. It's like, you're kidding. I can't I can't explain to people. And even when I tried, being in the media industry and controlling newspapers and magazines and basically controlling the winners of who was going to win what at what event and controlling who was going to, what was going to happen when and where. And they still wouldn't believe me. It's like, holy shit, you just got to laugh at this, Mike, and just do the best you can outside of, and just see that it's bread and circuses. It really is. And they're all a bunch of mafia, but they're all like, oh, well, we want, Eddie to do well and we want Freddie to do well. And, oh, yeah, we better give Marge a bit of a cut. They're just all pigs in the trough.
Yeah.
It's not, there's the odd person, but they can't do, it's so endemic now, and people have been so brainwashed that you might as well just try your level best and have a happy life. because trying to wake people up. I've been trying to wake people up not to believe what they read in the newspapers for years, and I've gotten nowhere. And I'm the person that controls the information that goes in the newspapers, and they still won't believe me. So I'm like, oh, well, oh, well, just have a good life, laugh at it all. It's all ridiculous, Mike. It's just, look at it as like it's a movie. Put a box around it and put it on Netflix.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm listening to everything you're saying. I'm just taking in what you're saying.
Yeah. You've just got to. And inside that, I mean, I think, things are going to get absolutely ridiculous, and they're going to seem even more ridiculous because of the media and because of the coverage and because of the everywhere we go for information is just full of theatrics.
But things got really weird after 2020. Yes. We had US aid, and I didn't know what US aid was, right? Because it wasn't announced. I was calling it controlled information distribution. All these influencers mysteriously showed up after 2020. They're talking about stuff. I saw it too. We talk about it. We get banned.
Yeah. What the fuck? I can't believe the amount of channels that are on there compared to, like, I've got my subscription list and I have to fight to get you because I've got all these latelys talking shit. And I'm going to have to hit the report button and go, I hate this, the dislike button all the time now. Like they just come along and they're just full of shit and they're just propagating the rubbish. And they're just, it really is bread and circuses. It's the YouTube. YouTube has now gotten into the bread and circus game. Mm-hmm. It's very hard to get any.
It's substance. All AI slop on
it's getting there. Yeah, it's getting really, really sloppy. And and so many people, and this is where I'm coming unstuck, because I've got so many people sending me this AI bullshit, and I go, this is fake, you dickheads. And I don't want to upset these people, but it upsets me.
Yeah.
Like it just, it's like, oh no, here's another one that's fallen for this shit. Because he's another one that's fallen for the shit. He's another one that can't see the difference between reality and fake crap. And they're everywhere. Because they're there, most of them, the ones that really do fall for it, they're too busy trying to get a root, and they're drinking too much. So, yeah, but that I don't know how much crap you're getting, but, oh, man. It's like, oh, fuck off.
I get a lot of hate.
AI.
I get a lot of hate on a everyday regular basis, right? And
who gives a shit?
I get a lot of hate in and out, in and out.
Oh yeah, and that's just more bullshit. Because if they've got time, if they literally had a life, they wouldn't have time to do that. Like I barely can get a text message out because other ones are coming in. Or I've got emails to deal with, or I've got, something that's going on with my computer, or what, like I've got things to do. Mm-hmm. So if you're getting hate people, they're losers. They're just idiots because they've actually got time for that shit. As much as I want to even write to the Parliament, I very rarely, have to sort of sit down and kind of get my letters in cabinet. And right now I'm sort of crafting something in my head, and I'm going to go kind of a little bit loop-de-loop over it, but that'll take me quite a bit of time to get a decent letter into cabinet, into Parliament, and be read and understood and acted upon. And it's a craft, to sort of let them know if they, do it in such a way that it hits them in all those MK Ultra kind of levels, so that they actually do what you want them to do. Scott Morrison did it. I got a letter in there, and that's when he called out China over COVID, and I went, "Oh, beauty, that worked." Yeah, not.
So,
got us into all sorts of fucking trouble.
Because you've been coming on here since trends in the housing market, like back in 20...
Yeah, I know, because I was looking at buying property at that stage, and I was trying to kind of... you were great. You were great at analysing.
At 2016...
thinking,
in 2016...
Yeah, but back in 2016, 2017, you were doing a lot of housing and banks and all of that, and you actually had a really... I remember you had a really good one on how to determine whether the housing was static or whether the housing market was going going up or down and having 5 different properties to follow. And you had a whole structure figured out, and I was busily following that. And so that I could be smart because I want to get out of where I am and buy another property. But I had a location set and I had it all figured out and I was doing all of that. And then all of a sudden COVID hit and it jumped up 35%. And I went, I'm done. And I went up there and it turned out a whole part of people were horrible and I decided I didn't want to live there anyway.
Yep. So
yeah,
what happened was, in your country, just like Canada and every other English-speaking country, the Chinese went in there and just the Chinese made agreements with governments and they came in. They laundered $1.9 trillion in Australia since 2010. $1.9 trillion.
Yeah. When you started talking about money laundering, that's when I got switched on. And I listened to a podcast about a professor coming out of one of the universities of Australia. In the days before professors could say things against what was going on and not be cancelled, because then I went through a period where all the professors that went against the government or narrative or the Chinese money laundering were cancelled. But this guy actually had a podcast, and I remember sending you a link to the story, and he in Australia would talked about cash coming in to the real estate agents in little suitcases from China. And I had a cleaner in my business and she was Chinese and she was studying engineering, paying full tilt fare, and she was had like heavy overheads, and her parents didn't pay for it, so she worked and worked and worked. So one of the jobs she had was for me doing cleaning, and it came from another friend, and I found out she was doing engineering, so I started putting her on the Excel and on the computers because she was a mathematic whiz. But she wasn't too bright, and she had a sister that came out, and they came out when Tiananmen Square happened, so they got citizenship immediately because of Hawke. When they were mowing down people in Tiananmen Square, everyone that was in every Chinese person that was in Australia was granted residency. Mm-hmm. So she got granted residency and was doing her engineering degree and had a job for a year, and then couldn't keep that job because I was also involved in manufacturing, so that company kind of had to let her go. She went back into uni, started doing accountancy at Sydney Uni, and then she couldn't get a job, so she ended up working in the intake for the Faculty of Accountants in Sydney Uni. And next thing, I go and visit her, and she's in a drug lord's house that she had just bought. And I'm thinking, where the fuck did you get all that money for this place? It had an indoor pool. It had a walk-in freezer unit, like as if it was for a restaurant. It had upstairs, downstairs, I don't know how many bedrooms, a pool room, it had freaking everything. And I'm thinking, you were once my cleaner and I can't afford this. What's the story? Mm-hmm. So it's money laundering. So she became the conduit. She became the conduit for a whole pile of Chinese money coming into this country. Yep. And this is the thing. So they say, oh, no, we don't let Chinese from over in China buy the houses. No, they just come through the Chinese into the Australian housing, and away they go. They buy up like crazy. And it's a shock. So when you were talking about it, I was seeing it in real life. And then I heard this professor talking about how they bring the money in. Then, like everybody's forgotten, but you've got to look at the Panama Papers. You've got to follow that story. You've got to look at Pandora. I think there was a Pandora Papers with Australia and an Australian accountant and the lawyers. And you see as in Australia, the lawyers have done incredibly well. The politicians have done incredibly well. The accountants are beyond. I mean, PwC.
Let's not forget the real estate agents.
And the real estate, they're all running around with 10 Ferraris, Yep. Everybody else is struggling. They're on struggle street, They're really on struggle street. There's no one else, there's and they all interlink. And you talked about it, so yay, like
we you know what? We were talking about it before anyone else was.
Yeah, I know. You just don't. Nobody sees it because it's like it's a black market.
Hmm.
Like it's all the black. I mean, look at Australia right now. I mean, they put the cigarettes up to what, $60 a packet of 20, and all of a sudden we've got this black market, and that we can buy cigarettes for $20, and they can't kind of close down enough shops, and they're everywhere, and it's like everything's going black market now.
Hmm.
It's and because it's like everything's getting sort of subverted. So and people are going to get angry with that, because they've been playing it by the rules, and so people get angry with the black markets tobacco that's going on in Australia, and there's all the tobacco wars in Melbourne and all sorts of things. But this level of subversion and this level of bypassing all the rules, because I tell everybody, as soon as you leave your front door, you've broken a rule in this country.
Hmm.
And we've got all the e-Karens, and we've got all the safety commissions, and so if we're not protecting the children, we're protecting the old people, and everybody in between. It's going to be
Well, you got
black
to
market
protect the children
underground.
because why do you think they want digital ID in Australia and they're passing that through? Is to protect the children.
Well, the children become adults. I mean, I know that as marketing. I mean, we worked at a John Martin's Christmas pageant and had Santa Claus, so that we as a retailer would have that child for life.
Go on.
See what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You start with the children, and then you have them for life. So
Well, I got
the
3 kids.
children.
I got 3. So
Yeah, well, but yours are going to be raised. I mean, your kids are going to have a great time, because they're going to be raised with independent thought, and that's going to be. You're going to have to teach them a lot about how to kind of chameleon their way through life,
Mhm.
because
I'm kind of
they've
like a
got
drill sergeant when we're on a road trip, especially when we're on road trips.
Do more of that, 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 and more of the travel, more of the road trips, more of the education inside. Learn, 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 learn. But the thing is that your 3 kids are going to have a really amazing understanding of the world and of how it works and everything, and yet they're going to have to hang out with their peers that have been government indoctrinated.
Yeah, yeah, that's the problem.
That's tricky. Yeah, so your next thing to
Well,
help your
my thing
children.
is, Anna, I may be able to solve this if we just move to a Catholic country. If we move back to Portugal, to a small town, conservative,
Yeah.
Catholic,
Yeah.
Christian values.
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
running water there.
Yeah.
We have electricity, and it's
Yeah.
clean as.
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch my
Yeah.
Portugal travel videos I put up on
I
YouTube.
watched a few of them. If you've got that good feeling, that good vibe, which what sense I got, you got to Portugal and had that. I feel safe and I'm at home here. If you get that uplifting feeling, which I think that's what you got when you went back to Portugal, and then give Canada the big fingers, the 2 fingers, and tell them that, I'm out of here. You don't deserve me. They don't deserve you.
Yeah, yeah, we are just
like other than that, like maybe you can start a game shop and start an ice skating rink and start Portuguese ice hockey team.
Yeah.
NRL Portugal.
Yeah, they already have one, but I'm saying I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah,
My son could go play there in real life, like for real. Like he's trying. I'm already taking down his stats every game and writing down everything he's doing for the Portuguese ice hockey team and international hockey team and the Olympic hockey team. So when he's 15, he's allowed to try out when he's 15 for the juniors.
Yeah.
So I'm going to fly him into Portugal. He's going to try out, and if he's
I love ice hockey.
Yeah. I'd go from there,
I love
right?
ice hockey. I love it. I think it's a lovely game.
It's the only sport where you can fight.
It's another tricky area. It's the sports arena, but I think team sports are really important for human development. So, but that's me in a nutshell, I suppose. I've had a bit of a rant. I've had a bit of a rant. I've confessed I'm an NRL lover. Like I just love watching the Stanley Cup stuff. I went to Czech Republic and saw ice skating for the first time, ice hockey for the first time, and went, oh man, this is cool.
Yeah,
Super cool.
Oh yeah, my son has a big tournament next
Super
weekend. For a 3-day tournament. I'm driving far away to another city, like 2 hours, 3 hours away. We booked a hotel where he's gonna play, different team. Oh, it's great. We do that every other weekend. No, see, someone's saying, ever heard of boxing? Yeah, they're fighting in boxing, but hockey is
I don't like boxing.
No, hockey fighting is different.
Yeah,
hockey fighting is bare knuckle.
Like that one.
Bare knuckle.
No,
yeah,
that's wrong. Yeah, I think hockey is. Well, I'm come from I'm a second generation hockey player on the grass, so I understand the game and the teamwork and the stick and the ball and the coordination and not to trip over your own feet when you're running around, and all of those sort of things and the danger of it. So it's you've got to be have your wits about you, and you've just got to be so smart, like you've got to have your smarts. You can't be you can't be dumb and just have a good right hook and a good left uppercut. You got to, there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, no, I understand. All right, Anna, we're going to see if we can get some more callers on the show. I appreciate you calling in and giving us an update on the situation. And
yeah, I think it's going to get worse, Mike. I honestly, I think it's, this is just the beginning. So, hang on to your hats, fellas. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, I just have to start learning how to retard my anger. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's more, like get it, like have it by all means, but
yeah, but it doesn't look classy sometimes. But you know what? I haven't gotten mad in I don't know, maybe 2 months now.
Ages,
so
yeah.
It's been 2 months now.
You haven't, yeah. Look, get a few hats, so that you got your angry hat, put on your, happy hat, put on your cowboy hat, have a few hats and chuck a few hats on and just play with it, Mike, because it really is going to get, it's going to get a lot worse. I mean, you've got to look at Ireland. I sent you a text going 37 hostel hotels have been set on fire. Ireland are going off.
Yep, big time. Ireland
and it's not in the news. It's not in the news. No, all I can see in Australia is how bad Trump is and Maduro.
Trump's a racist. Trump farted.
Trump's fault.
Yeah, who gives a shit? Focus on your country.
And Putin's fault and all that sort of stuff. It's just silly stuff, like in this country. They honestly, they're oh, God. They really. And also when Nitin talked about Netanyahu, not Netanyahu, sorry, Nostradamus, and Nostradamus's big prediction, which I've kind of hung on to. You hang on to this for your life, really, once you've been indoctrinated into Nostradamus, and it was to do with the Middle East exploding in war, and that's what we're seeing. I feel like it could finally come to fruition. I can see Iran's going off. We've still got the Palestinians going cray-cray. We've still got Netanyahu. He's getting upset with Albanese because he sanctioned Palestine. Everybody's getting upset with Albanese because he sanctioned Palestine. And yet everybody else is getting upset because what about the Gazan children? And we're going, well, they were all raped. Like they were all from rape. They weren't children born of love. So, I'm not too worried about the Gazans, and nobody's going to take them. And, here we are, we've got ISIS brides, 5,000 ISIS brides, or 500, I don't remember the numbers, but we're bringing ISIS brides into this country. So it's just nuts, Mike.
I had somebody message me from New Zealand today and told me that, man, every fucking where I'm going, I went to a mall today, all I'm seeing is fucking Indian people.
Oh, Indians, yeah, they've taken over everywhere. Every in Australia, they've taken over every petrol station.
You know why? They were brought in to try and fix the housing market because the Australian proper can't get into their own housing. So they had to bring in 3 or 4 million Indians into your country, Australia, to try and fix the housing crisis started by the Chinese. So, same thing in Canada.
Yeah. It's also this bloody constant growth model, which is absolutely ridiculous. And so the whole thing is just one giant. I mean, won't be long. Australia will be as bad as America, and like we've just started with the whole Bondi, 16 people dead, boom, boom, and we've had a cleric being stabbed in the eye by a Muslim 16-year-old, and all sorts of crap. And every time I look at the news, it's somebody gets stabbed or a woman dies of it, in domestics, and it's like, oh, you're kidding, like. But Australians are trying to figure out where to go, but it's just as crappy everywhere else. So if you found a beautiful place called Portugal, I'd go there. And the fact that you can speak the language. I mean, I'm stuck because I don't really want to learn another language. I want to specialize in English. That's tricky enough. So and learning the language of the law, or the language of economics, or the language of advertising, or the language of marketing, like, oh my goodness, there's so much to learn just in the skills inside all of that. And I can sort of give you an example of how we're being done, over and in the internet. All of our hotels now, you can't go direct to a hotel and make a booking. The concierge will tell you to go online, but you won't have a good internet connection. So you still can't do it. You've got to pre-book everything online with everyone and but they don't tell you all of the ins and outs and the downsides to what you've just booked. And then you've got to undo it and then redo it, and then you can't. I had a phone number for a hotel. I'm staying in a hotel in Adelaide. Had a phone number, couldn't get through. Just want to find out if I can actually have parking. They say they've got parking, but I've been on their website. They won't tell me. I can't find exactly where the car is that I'm hiring, and then when I do find out, I can't figure out how I'm going to get a shuttle bus from the airport to the hire car. So I cancelled all of that, and then on top of that, Google decided to get involved and do a payment structure. Asked me if I wanted to put my credit card in their payment structure. So when I do things online, it'll be easier. And then my bank got involved and then said, sorry, this is all pending. And then Google got involved and went, oh, we're getting blowback from your Australian bank. My Australian bank are holding it all up. And so I had to cancel absolutely everything. And that was like one whole half a day. And then the next half a day, do it all over again.
Wow. What a nightmare.
Well, that's welcome to the electronic fun world of the internet and everything that's supposed to be super easy.
It's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit. And I was looking at hire cars. They give you a price and then you find out, oh, if you paid that price, you're up for $6,000 if somebody steals the hire car.
Okay.
Or if there's, you're up for everything. You might as well have bought the car. And then you have to, it's like, oh, I think I'll just buy a car, because when you get into the fine print, you find out they've got you by the short and curlies at every sort of direction that you go in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh my God. Yeah. So hire cars. Yes, that's my next thing. I figured I'd get to the hotel, ask the concierge personally and say, do you have parking for a car? and then they'll say yes or no. And then they'll probably tell me, oh, it was cost you $100 a day. And I'll go, oh, well, I'll catch a cab, Bugger that.
$100.
Bugger the trouble. Everybody's charging. They're saying they're offering up all of these things. And in Australia, we're getting charged absolutely everywhere. For me in Sydney to go and visit a friend, it cost me $20 just in tolls. And now they've chucked a toll on the Harbour Bridge the other way. And you've got a $60, there's a $60 window in Sydney now where you might be able to get some of your money back. And it's like, you've got to be kidding. it's just, and the same with the hotels. Oh, what, you want a bottle of water? That'll cost you $10. It's like nothing's complimentary anymore. So you just don't know what you're up for, and it's like, and it just
Try
keeps
getting your
chalking
car
up.
fixed. Go to a shop and get your car fixed and see what you're up for.
Oh, I'm doing that when I come back. When I come back, but oh gosh, it's like, oh, you're kidding. And on top of that, oh well, we didn't provide the service that you paid for, but bad luck, we're not giving you your money back. That's always a fun one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a real shit fight. I just think just existing is a shit fight, let alone what Trump's up to.
Yes.
It's a battle to get your lights turned on.
It's not going to get easy.
Well, it is in Australia. It is in outer Sydney, Australia. It's a shit fight. It's a shit fight. So so everything else that's going on in the globe, it may be everybody else's problem. May it be everyone else's problem. And when it comes to my backyard, which is Bondi, I got pretty upset, and I did have a bit of a carry on, and I did have a friend whose son was there and was, freaked out by it all and ran, 10 kilometres away before he relaxed, so people got pretty freaked out, freaked out. Yeah.
All right,
so
Anna.
I think maybe Bondi real estate could be good.
No, I don't know. Don't trust anything right now. It's a shit show. So just...
Oh, it is. It's a shit show. It's an absolute shit show.
Maybe work with what you got right now and just...
Yeah. Exactly. You've really got to knuckle down and work with what you've got, because making it better for everybody else, or, like getting a bit bigger in the whole scheme of things, when you're drowning in your own home,
Right on. Okay, Anna, we're going to see if we can get some more callers on the show here. We'll get you back on.
Well, hopefully I've got people going.
Yes, I hope. Hopefully you have. Get people rolling here. We'll take a few more callers, okay? Thanks, Anna.
All righty.
God bless you.
That. Okay. You have a good New Year's.
You too. Happy New Year. God bless. Bye.
Bye.
All right. That is Anna Key. She's been with the show for, I don't know, she found this in 2015, 2016, where we're doing our trends in the housing market. And, all right. Okay, let's go. I got some, message me now. Okay, so we got Anna Key on, we got Nitin on. See if we get another caller on here. This guy's the Instagram guy. Let me give you guys my Instagram in case you guys forgot it already. I want to thank 345, donation from 3045, 345 for buying me a coffee. Thank you for the coffee. Guys, remember, we are not bought and paid for. That's why this show is completely hidden. That's why TikTok wants to ban us. Because we're going viral on TikTok and they keep banning us because we're not paying to play. Right? Okay. Let's, I feel a little bit less strung right now after a couple of callers. I was really high strung at the beginning of the show. Man, was I pissed. And then I got a super chat from someone. I forgot to thank them. I'm really sorry. See if I could scroll all the way. There he is. Rainy Steps 301. Thank you so much for the super chat. Rainy Steps 3. Yeah. And if you guys want to join the 99 cent club, go ahead and do that on YouTube. You can just join the channel on YouTube for 99 cents a month if you choose to. And that whole dollar adds up. If there's like 500 people, 1,000 people, it adds up and collectively helps the transmission, helps pay the internet, helps take care of shit. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go through a whole heap of shit in the next couple of months. It's going to get really tight here, folks. And I'm not talking about money-wise and penny pitching. I'm talking it's going to get tight. Tight. Remember Tuco? You guys remember Tuco from Breaking Bad? Right? Remember Tuco? Tight. It's going to get tight. And we are live on so many platforms right now, guys. And I'm just watching and kind of grinning how... I'll tell you guys in a second where we're at. I think the lowest one is like Rumble. Rumble's the lowest. I think Rumble is, let me see here. Rumble's the lowest There it is. I got Rumble open. Yeah, is it 39 people on Rumble? Rumble is always kind of the lowest one of them all because we're not Rumble heroes. You got to be a Rumble hero to make it on Rumble, right? So, Rumble heroes. I got comments here. Hi from Alberta. Love your show. Mike of the Night says Mitch Madden. Mitch Madden's all over the place, man. Mitch Madden, I'm not sure if he can get into his YouTube account right now. I don't know what's going on there. But I think he's working towards getting that YouTube account fixed. And guys, damn, yeah, I forgot. Someone's messaging me from my Instagram. Okay, give me a second here, guys. Guys, if you wanna call into the show, get on Instagram, please. Instagram is where the war is taking place right now. Everyone, they're saying the A word, the B word, the C word, the D word, the E, the F word. They're saying every word on Instagram. So if you guys wanna get on Instagram, and PDS10, is he still awake? PDS10, Paul. That's okay. That's the mind. I think Paul had the mind. Paul, touch the mind. I'm just trying to see if Paul's still around. All right, guys. I think this is my Instagram real mic. There's my Instagram, guys. Go ahead and follow me on there, and go ahead and send me a message, and I will approve you. And you could call into Mike in the Night, and it's gonna be nice if we could get something went wrong with my page. Try reloading your page. All right, reloading page. All right, no, I'm not asleep. Oh God, Mitch Madden's here. I think it's important that we get Mitch Madden on the show because we haven't had him on since our prediction show. He came on the prediction. Did he come on the prediction show? Damn, I think Mitch missed the prediction show, our annual prediction show. Guys, next week, I promise. I told you guys that we were going to do solutions. We know exactly what's going on here. We know exactly what they're planning. We know exactly the bullshit. It's all bullshit. So we need to know solutions. Maybe next week we could dedicate a show or two in the next couple of weeks to solutions. Right? Maybe we could plant a seed somewhere. Maybe we could plant an idea somewhere to get people that could grow somewhere somehow. We're not asking for free shit. We just want it to be fair. So, okay, so guys, it looks like Mitch Madden is here. I don't know if he could take a call though. Can you take a call, Mitch? We got to get Mitch Madden on the show on Mike in the Night here. Episode 631. We are sitting at season 34, episode 2. Season 34, episode 2. Yeah, that's how long it's been, guys. Let's see if Mitch picks up. You are tuned into Mike in the Night, the voice of the Commonwealth. Ladies and gentlemen, Mitch is not picking up the phone, guys. I'm sorry. He's not picking up the phone. It's fine. Who else we got here? Everyone's offline. I was hoping to get Dino Bravo on because I like talking to Dino Bravo. Dino Bravo helps smooth me out. Dino Bravo helps streamline things on the show. Dino Bravo is the fixer on the show, right? Someone say, gotta save your money, buy metals, and make sure all money goes to bills. No spending money till you get a roof paid for. Yeah, retirement's going to be very hard for some young people in Canada. You know why? They're looking at people. Could $500,000 be enough to retire in Canada? It's like 500 grand. The average person in the Philippines makes 60,000 American dollars in 50 years, and they have 2 cars, a scooter, a cottage, 2 homes, probably a home or 2, and live a decent life and feed their families and have birthday parties and weddings every week. So yeah, something's going on. Something's going on. Yeah, where is Dano? All right, we're going to try Mitch again. He said to try again.
Mike.
I've been trying to reach you. You're a lot tougher to get than the president.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm not the president. I enjoyed Nitton's call and Anna's call. Nitton said the funny thing that the peace president has already bombed 7 countries in less than a year.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of interesting. The other day I was thinking about you. I was looking at a tour of a property that's for sale in the center of Portugal. I think they said it's about a 3-hour drive northeast of Lisbon, kind of in the central region near a mountain range, and it's maybe 10 hectares, but in 2016 or 2018, the current owners took a stone farmhouse that was built in about 1875 in the center of Portugal, and they modernized it, they extended it, but everything they did was to enhance the original build quality of the home and to make it look beautiful, but not destroy the aesthetics from the past. And it's absolutely I don't remember how much it cost, but I'm sure it's cheap compared to Canada.
Yeah, it's like 60 grand, 70 grand for a house in middle Portugal.
It was just unbelievable, Mike. An unbelievable place to live. I mean, just beautiful weather and peaceful place, and not too far from a town big enough to, have all the facilities. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 minute drive, something like that. It's not too far away, but it's such a beautiful setting. But I was thinking of you.
Well, I appreciate you thinking of me, Mitch.
Yeah, when I watch vlogs all day long. There's all kinds of I have all kinds of interests, and but I do not let them get me upset, because I know that there's nothing that I can do about jack shit. I mean, the COVID vaccines, wiped out my family, and some of my friends are still dying from the COVID vaccines or getting sick, and there was nothing I could do about it. People were getting those vaccines, and if I tried to talk to them, they would get pissed off at me. Like maybe you ought to wait and we need some more information on these vaccines. I don't trust, the government, and just like your dad used to say, don't trust the government.
Yep. That was his favorite line.
Yeah, well, I've adopted your dad's favorite line. But I remember the last time that I talked to my dad before him and mom got the vaccine. I talked to him on his birthday, December 23rd, 2020, on the phone. They were still down in my hometown in California, getting ready to come up to Oregon for the summer. Mm-hmm. And mom was on one phone and dad was on the other. That's the way we used to do it, like a conference call. And mom says, "Do they have the vaccine up there yet?" This is December of 2020. "Do they have the vaccine up there yet?" I said, "I don't know. I'm not going to get it." And she goes, "What do you mean?" She goes, "I'm scared to death." And I said, "Scared of what?" And she says, this COVID, she said, "it will kill you." And so anyway, I said, no, I don't trust it. And then Dad says, oh, stop it with the conspiracy theories.
Mm-hmm.
And then in February 2nd of 2021, they both got their first vaccine. It was the Moderna.
Mm-hmm.
And then during the next 30 days, Dad took Mom to the ER 2 times, and she was otherwise in good health prior to that for heart arrhythmia or whatever. And then on March 2nd, 2021, she had the second vaccine. And then 3 days later, my dad was walking out the door with his golf clubs, and there's Mom laying on the couch in the front room. She had a massive stroke, one you don't recover from, and she was dead about 5 or 6 weeks later. And and by the way, I have the batch number from that Moderna shot that they got, and it was considered a hot batch. There was 100 and something thousand or something, and they actually got one of the shots because I found Dad's documents, and he had the actual paper with the batch number, the date, and everything. I don't remember whether it was the first or the second shot, but anyway, that batch was pulled because they had 10 or 11 people die immediately after the shot. So how can you reason with people that have been exposed to this industrial or military grade psyop that was going on with COVID? How can you reason with people that have bought into it? And oh, by the way, I know the people that like to listen to your show have a tendency to be independent minded and less prone to believe what they hear and more suspicious of government. And probably the majority of the people who follow your show, they probably are not people who have been vaxxed, which the majority of people in this planet, especially in the West, have been vaxxed. So I say that there's probably a disproportionate amount of people who have a little bit of silver or gold stashed away in the yard, in a hole somewhere. And I want to say congratulations to the stackers, especially the ones that started, saving a little bit of silver or gold years ago and haven't let go of it because they're really feeling good right now. Although the government, I am certain of it, within the next year or two, the government is going to start finding all kinds of ways to ruin stackers' lives. They're going to be
taxing. You're going to have to start declaring how much gold and silver you have in reserves on your own house, and if you don't, it's going to be a federal offense. We made videos about this already, and they're going to do it.
Yeah, and they're going to make it where you cannot sell your silver without having a notifying the U.S. Treasury and having a form and paying taxes and.
Yep.
And then, a statement, where did you get this? Where did you get this? Did you get this with illegal money? No, the people who have all the illegal money or the drug dealers and money launderers are all the ones running the world. And they've got offices, home offices in the city of London. The biggest drug dealers and arms dealers and money launderers in the world have home offices in the city of London.
Yeah.
And they have all kinds of offshore money. They don't have to disclose anything to anybody, and they move money around at will, and they make interest on money. They don't pay any taxes on their money. The small time people are the ones that they want. The people
they don't want us.
No, the middle class. What a joke! The middle class are just getting destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about Western women earlier, and that hippie movement that that got the women's lib and the free love and all that, and then anyway, it's kind of like a cyclical problem. I don't know if it's migratory or transitory, but it's something that has happened where now a couple that gets married. When I was a kid, Mike, the average home in America was 900 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
We use feet, not meters. And, 2-bedroom, 1-bath. I mean, I had 3 brothers, and until my 4th brother, the 4th was born, we only had 2 bedrooms. Mom and Dad lived in one, and me and 2 of my brothers lived in the other. And there was a little tiny, like a 10 by 10 room. We had bunk beds in there, and but the average woman had 4 kids in America when I was a kid. And now the average woman has 2 kids, and the average size of the house is 1,800 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, the house size is double, but the family size has shrunk as far as the kids go by 50%. And now, like my mom, she always worked part-time, but she never had her own car, and she drove, but she never had her own car until she was 30. We were a 1-car family, and it was a used car.
Mm-hmm.
And Dad he was the primary breadwinner. He was a fireman, and he was the one that had the car. And my neighbor, the lady, Mrs. Densdale, Bunny, we called her, Myra. She was Portuguese, by the way. Her maiden name was Silva, last name.
Mm-hmm.
And she never drove a car her whole life. She lived a long life and never had a driver's license, never drove. My Aunt Evelyn never drove a car. And what I'm getting at is there's something about the way the society has gone is where everybody is living higher, but now that we're being squeezed, they can't live that lifestyle anymore, and it's driving them nuts. So a lot of people, I think it was Craig Cook last week was kind of getting down on the boomers, which I'm a boomer. And there's a lot of resentment from the younger generation against the boomers, and I think there's some justification for it. However, most of us grew up in a very austere environment. Like right now, I can walk through town and I can find coins laying all over the ground. When I was a kid, I'd walk all over town all day, every day, and I had a hard time to even find 1 penny on the ground or a 3-cent bottle or something.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can find all kinds of stuff thrown all over the stuff, valuables. People have too much. I know there's a lot of people complaining, but and we have these 43 million SNAP card, which are essentially food stamps.
Mm-hmm.
So we have like
EBT.
43 million people standing in soup lines every day, much more than the Great Depression, but nobody sees it. So it's kind of a hidden thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of homelessness, people living in cars who actually have a job, is skyrocketing. We already know about people that live in RVs. There's people that live in RVs that have a nice pension and a beautiful RV, and they move around. They join these clubs and they move around. That's not what I'm talking about. People that live in an old ratty, cheap RVs that are breaking down all the time, and they're living in different places wherever they can stop, and they don't have hookups and all that stuff. And we know about the people, the homelessness in the streets. But what about the ones living in the cars and these old funky RVs? And now the van life is popular. They buying old vans and living in vans.
Mm-hmm.
And that is just continues to increase. And people are getting squeezed out with the ridiculous electric bills going up, car insurance, homeowners insurance, medical insurance is going through the ceiling for anybody who's younger that is trying to get some medical protection. It's just, but I only have control of my own mind and my own environment. And where I live is a relatively peaceful place. It hasn't changed much in the 37 years I've lived here. There hasn't changed much. It's a beautiful, scenic place. So even though I watch these vlogs that could be upsetting if you have a tendency to let the facts or what you believe sink in, by the way, before I forget, have you heard any reports about Layla?
Nothing.
Yeah, I'm wondering. The last time I heard her, she was in Syria, but she was going over to, I think, Alexandria or Cairo, Egypt, for a visit, and she had filmed a place in Syria where it is believed that Jesus actually was.
Mm-hmm.
There was a little church or something there, kind of thing. And but yeah, I haven't heard from Layla in a long time, and I think about her once in a while and wonder how she's doing and hope she's getting along.
I haven't heard from her The last time she was on the show was 2021 or 2022.
Yeah, because when she first started, listening to her on the shows, she was in Canada.
Yeah, that was in 2018.
Yeah, and when did you move to Merritt?
2017.
Yeah, that's the time when I started listening to you, right when you moved to Merritt.
Yeah.
And Layla was on there. And who was the guy that used to really irritate people, but he was fun. Not Kevin J. Johnson, the guy that had the condo and he kept always pumping real estate.
Oh, Kevin Johnson.
Yeah. Have you heard from him?
Kevin Thomas. Kevin Thomas.
There you go.
Yeah, he lives in Oakville, Ontario. He bought a condo. It's probably underwater right now, the condo, because he probably bought it. I don't know, but anyways, yeah. He did comment on a YouTube video about a year ago. One of my YouTube videos.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I haven't heard from a lot of people in a while. Mike and the Knight's like that. We just go through rotation. That's all. People get bored, they move on, right? Just they get tired, they move on, right?
My problem isn't that I was tired. It's that the movement got me, and my movement got me messed up on logging into things, and then I was trying to go here, go there, and I'm all messed up. I still can't get on YouTube. Have you heard from the Lost Canuck or
Lost Canuck? I haven't heard from in a while. Lots of people haven't heard from in a while.
What about the what's his name? The guy that called in he was in the boat on a lake or something.
Oh,
he
yes.
was drunk.
Yes. Oh, that guy's very important. What's his name?
Oh, God.
Portuguese guy, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's Portuguese.
He's the...
I know who you're talking about. We haven't had him on.
He goes by the name, the last word or something like that.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. He hasn't come on. I haven't seen him in like...
I mean, that was one of my favorite calls of all time when he called in drunk on that boat.
Yeah, he was driving a boat drunk in the dark, right?
Yeah, at nighttime.
Yeah, on Mike in the Night. Yeah, that was a good. We had a lot of fun over all these years. You know what I mean? We had a good thing going for a long time.
Yeah, didn't some guy call in one time he was right on the Russian border or the Finnish border or something?
Yeah, he was right on the Russian border. That's right. Yeah. He was scoping out the Russian border for us on Mike in the Night.
And then during the truckers' strike up there in Ottawa, we
had Linny Poo reports and we had the Raven report. We had lots of people report for Mike in the Night during that time.
Well, we had what's his name reported too.
Dorico.
Yeah, poor Dorico. My God, he reported too.
Yeah, Dorico came to see me at my store like last year.
Yeah, that was a really sad loss.
Of who?
Well, wasn't it Dorico that passed away?
No, that was Kalen.
Oh, Kalen. Yeah, Kalen. But didn't Kalen report from Ottawa?
No, he did not end up. No, he did not go to Ottawa. No.
Oh, I thought he reported.
No, it was Linny Poo and the Raven were our two reporters or resident reporters for Mike in the Night at that convoy.
Yeah, that was Kalen that I was thinking of, not Dorico.
Dorico was there too. He did some reporting for Mike in the Night in Ottawa too. He was there.
Yeah, I mean, I was so proud of those truckers and all the supporters, and so terribly disappointed in the government of Canada. And from that point on, Mike, I just haven't had a lot of a very good opinion of Canada. Up until that time, I was still hanging on to the olden days. That I thought, Canada's reputation was always good in my mind. In many ways, the people and the work ethic and the way it was, the governance and the anti-war, because I'm kind of anti-war. I really I have a hard time supporting any war.
War's all banking. You know that. Hold on. I got somebody in the comments saying Lord Humongous was cool. I missed Lord Humongous.
Yeah.
I miss him. I see him on Facebook though. He's okay. I see him. He's all right. I really wish he would call into the show.
Yeah, he used. I wonder. I haven't heard Maneko 64 Mario Oneko. You know him?
Yep.
Yeah, he's actually he's Portuguese, but he's of Italian blood and lived in Switzerland, and now he's in London, England. But anyway, Lord Humongous was an early moderator and a supporter of Maneko, and I used to hear Mario when he would start his live stream, he would say, "Oh, Lord Humongous is here," but I haven't heard him say that in quite a while.
No.
So I'm not sure if Lord is paying attention to Mario's channel either.
I saw him again. He occasionally shares some of my posts on Facebook. I shared some of his posts on Facebook, too. I have, of him. And he puts up the odd photo of the good heyday with him and Dano when Lord Humongous and Dano did a meetup.
Yeah.
And they were hanging out and doing shit in LA County.
Yeah, when Lord was down there to help his mom out, I think. And then he was going to start like a cross country thing, and he was going to video it in a pickup truck or something like that, RV or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure, however, how that panned out. Is he still in Colorado? Do you know? Or
I think he's still in Colorado. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I miss those. I miss the old timers. I mean, I've had many people that I've had conversations with in your chat during your shows, and then that they've called in, and I've listened to them, and I really feel like kind of have friendly feelings about so many and memories of so many people that have been on your show over the last about almost 8 years, I guess. I've been following your show.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a lot of really cool people, a lot of interesting people, and you still have. Who's the Chinese lady in Australia that called last week?
DY. She called today too. She was our first caller. She called in to kick off the callers. So yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether that was a rerun from last week or not when I logged on. I just heard the last of her. But she, I really like her. And what about Tommy? Does he ever call in anymore?
He called in 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
He called in 2 weeks ago. He called in 2 weeks ago. Gave a breakdown on a billion things. 2 Mondays ago, he called in.
Oh.
Yeah, hitting stacks Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah.
We lost the Raven. The Raven refuses to get Instagram. But here's the problem with Instagram. I brought this up for you guys a billion times in the show. You can't speak on Instagram freely. Instagram has now 9 of my videos that are considered community violations, and they're up on the same videos up on all the other platforms. But for Instagram, when I pass a peak of 100 or 200,000 views on the video, they cut me right off. They cut me off and say, well, he's not paying to promote. Why is his video going viral? He's a nobody. Why? So every time my video passes 200,000 views on Instagram, here, I'll put up so you guys can see. Every time my video passes 200,000 views on Instagram, they cut it off and they call it a policy. Here, I'll tell you. I'll show you right now. A community guidelines violation. Here it is. Here it is right here. So this video just went past. I have a video that went past 200,000 views, Mitch, within 24 hours, and I got a community guidelines violation on it. And then another video started to creep up way back here I made. Way back here. And past 200,000, community guidelines violation. Another one, community guidelines violation. And there's community guidelines violation. They keep doing that. They keep doing that because you have to pay to play on these platforms. So I don't pay for any of these platforms to promote me, right? So if I don't, if I'm getting a lot of traction and a lot of viewers and a lot of subscribers and I'm doing it for free, they don't like that.
Well, hey, Mike.
Yeah.
My uncle is calling me on Teams. He's the only relative I have that left that I have a point of reference. He's 5
Talk
years
to him.
old.
You want to let us go?
Yeah.
We'll talk later.
Okay, Mike. God bless and take care.
God bless.
Thanks for hanging in there with your show.
Thanks, buddy. Bye.
Keep going for it. Bye-bye.
That is Mitch Bannon going down memory lane here on Mike of the Night, episode 631. Down memory lane. Yeah, it was a good. We have a good run here. We got good people from all over the world, from all over the Commonwealth. It's about time. Canada's strongest man, Dino Bravo, is going to make a call here tonight, guys. He's going to help me wrap up the show tonight. And yeah. And yeah, we haven't had Walking Journey on the show in a while too. We haven't had lots of people on the show haven't been on in a while. But that's okay. People come around. This is how I've been in this for years. I see the rotation. I see it all the time. Oh, by the way, my daughter made me this bracelet for Christmas, by the way. So I wear it. So yeah, Big Rob New Zealand's been on the show a few times. And he says, I'm still here. Me and Craig have nowhere to go. Craig is listening in too from New Zealand there. Yeah, we got to get Canada's strongest man, Dino Bravo, on Mike of the Night right now. Guys, you are tuned into Mike of the Night, the voice of the Commonwealth, episode 631. Thanks for being here, being part of the channel, liking and subscribing, guys. Thank you so much. Let's get Canada's strongest man on right now, Dino Bravo. Thank God he's got time to talk to us here tonight and help wrap up the show.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, how are you? It's so good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you, too. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that, buddy. It's good to hear from you. And I think you've been on I think you've been listening to the show since the beginning. So I just want to apologize in advance for being pissed, for being so fucking angry at the beginning. I'm just fucking pissed. But
Mike, I like the fire. I like the fire. We get tired of this shit. This world is crazy. And we know what's really going on. And there's all these people walking around like zombies. And you're like going like, can't you see this yet? And you get frustrated. You're in the loop. We know what's going on. And a lot of people on the show know what's going on. So that you don't have to apologize ever for that. I think that's commendable. I respect you for that, actually.
I don't know. I got to keep my... I had a really good friend, Tony. I had a good friend named Tony down in South Florida. Mm-hmm. And he always used to tell me, you got to keep your composure and you can't let them see you sweat. Because if they see you sweat, they know they won.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Right right?
I'm Italian. You're Portuguese. We're favorite people.
Yeah.
We have fire in us, okay? And that's how we are. We look at our parents, what they did for us, the sacrifice they made for us, and our kids, their kids, right? And then you look at your kids, and you're going, I want to make the same sacrifice and everything for them, and I want them to have a future. And you look at them, and you go, they don't have a future with this stupid world right now. We have to change it. So, no, I commend you for having the fire. You know, every day you're busting your ass, trying to make things go for your family, and it's frustrating. I know it. I lost a lot of work because of the COVID bullshit. Mm-hmm. So I know what it's all about, and people don't care, right? These people that got jabbed, they're all walking around like zombies. Like half of them are zoned out. I swear. I can't even communicate. I can't even talk to have a conversation with people that I used to know for 30, 40 years. I can't have a conversation with them anymore. They're just they're zoned out.
There's a very, very small community, that do talk to me in public. I mean, in person. I mean, like 5 people talk to me in person. I mean, not my family, outside my wife and my kids and stuff. Outside, I get maybe 5 people or maybe 4 people, 5 that talk to me, and that's it. I don't have
everybody that didn't take the vaccine are in the same boat. I got rid of I don't know, probably 100 people I used to talk regularly. I don't talk to them anymore. because they all called me a conspiracy theorist, and that guy's crazy. So what's the point? I don't. I could care less. I only talk to the people. I talk to you. I consider you a friend, and people like that have the same mindset as me. I want to talk to them because they don't bring me down. These other ones are just useless, just useless.
It's all spiritual warfare we've been talking about. It's a war for the soul, digital prison, digital currency, digital money. Mike of the Night 2017 show. Someone sent me, Dino, a link to one of my YouTube videos, and he keeps messaging me on the back end, and he keeps telling me, Mike, play this, play this, play this, play this. It's your video. He gave me a timestamp, and he wants me to play this video over and over. It is from our Rants and Lifestyle, April 2017. So, is it okay if I just play a short clip here because
you do whatever you need to do, buddy.
Hold on one sec. I'm just gonna play this clip right now, okay? Just if you want to watch on the back end there, Dino, go ahead. I'm gonna load up the screen right here. So this is from Rants and Lifestyle, April 29th, 2017. Rants and Lifestyle. This is before it became Mike of the Night. So it should be loading up on your screen there, Dino, with a delay there. I'm not sure, but it should be showing up right now. So someone sent me this and goes, play it at this timestamp. Okay, so I'm going to play it right now for all you people, okay? Here it goes. Sure. The rollouts of all these programs, these sustainability programs they're pushing on us. This whole Agenda 2020, sustainability, fix the world thing they're trying to talk about. All right, Dino, this video is about me. This is April 2017, so this is me talking about Agenda 2020. Sustainability rolling out. Okay, let's keep going here. But I was reading it in a PDF, right? Right? So, and I think I see it more as a whole depopulation thing, right? I could see them forcing us on taking a vaccine or something that's going to depopulate us. I could see them doing... Holy shit! Dino! Mm-hmm. I know you're on a delay. Let me play this back. Holy shit! Right? I could see them forcing us on taking a vaccine or something that's going to depopulate us. I could see them doing all kinds of stuff in the future and basically destroying humanity, right? So, yeah, I'm not going to get into the argument. Someone in the comments is saying population issues. You have population issues, Mike. Yeah, I don't believe the world's like six whatever billion people. I just don't believe it. I don't believe we have that many people in the world. So, holy shit. In that video, because that's the video where I kept saying they're going to pull the trigger on a pandemic, right? But I didn't watch to the end of the video for a long time, and it says they're going to force everyone on a vaccine to depopulate us. Holy shit. And that was our Agenda 2020's coming out video warning people about Agenda 2020. Anyways.
It's not awesome. It's incredible, really. how you saw that. The fortune teller.
I don't think it's fortune telling. It's playbook, Dino. Playbook.
Think like a madman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just going over thinking I went to look online as your show was on, and I was looking for all the countries that don't have central banks, the Rothschild banks, and the only ones left are the ones they're all attacking.
No,
they're attacking. They
Did
want to attack Cuba.
On Venezuela?
Yes, I did.
On the banking in Venezuela was the Miami of South America in 1951. It was fucking high hog until America and European companies went in there and started dictating what they had to do.
Okay, well, I got a question for you. What if this Maduro was so bad? I mean, I think he's in on it anyway. He's part of them. But why are the people in New York City and other parts of the United States demonstrating, saying Venezuela, leave Venezuela alone? Stop, don't mess with Venezuela. Leave us. They were happy with what was going on there.
Well, here's the deal, Dino.
What's the contradiction?
Well, let me tell you what the problem was with that. They should have been protesting 10 years ago, leave Venezuela alone 10, 15 years ago. Because if
Actually,
Venezuela
40 years ago. 40 years ago. They were thriving. They're the fourth. Whatever, I think you said they were the fourth largest economy or whatever in the world.
No,
Back in the late 50s, 60,
in
58,
1951.
60. Yeah,
They were the
right.
biggest.
So
They
that
were the Miami of South America. They were the Miami.
yes,
Yes. So what happened is when America went down there to start dictating policy,
Mhm.
right? America didn't want to pay the full price for a barrel of oil. They wanted it pretty much for free, right? So that's the problem right there. And then basically, again, like I keep saying in my videos, if Venezuela's major export was fava beans, they wouldn't be in any troubles at all.
no, they
But
wouldn't.
because it's fucking oil, and America wants to control it with the petrodollar, and now with the BRICS sinking in, the BRICS taking over. So they should have been protesting 10, 15 years ago, leave the fuck Venezuela alone and stop sanctioning these fucks. Leave them the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Right? The Portuguese Empire, we were sanctioned completely to death. We were starving to death in Portugal. We were sanctioned. Why? Oh, the Portuguese doesn't want to give up their overseas territories. We had a referendum vote in Angola and Mozambique, and they voted 97% in favor to stay with Portugal because they knew once they left, Portugal left, all the countries turned to shit, and they turned to shit, and now they're bloodbath countries now. They're all fucked up.
Yep.
So
yeah.
So we were sanctioned too. Everyone was sanctioned. So if you don't follow their fucking rules, they sanction you. And there's no free market. You're not allowed to be free independently financially as a country.
Well, like I said in the comments earlier, she's a WEFer anyway, selected by them to run and to go in there and take over from Maduro.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, the United States. So this people are so ignorant. They have no clue. So anyway, the United States they use the excuse that it's the drugs and running through Venezuela, through Mexico to the United States, or Canada and the United States. So they use that excuse and they say the drugs. So they go in there, they take the guy out, get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
So they supposedly fixed the drug issue.
There was a drug issue. What's the drug issue? Watch my prediction video that I made before anything got fired about the oil tankers being seized, the videos I made before anything happened, and how they're going to start going after drug boats. The war on drugs has been going on for years. Now it's a problem all of a sudden, but what about the Chinese fentanyl if they have drug problems? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Lenny Pooh saying
gotcha.
Venezuelans are dancing in the streets. I'm happy for the people. People don't understand what's going on. That's the problem.
They don't know what's going to happen to them. They don't know what's going to happen to them. It's going to get worse.
What's going to happen? Yeah, it's going to get worse. It's going to be a WEF that's going to go in there. It's going to be a lot worse than Maduro. Just like when I said, when Justin Trudeau gets out, the next fuckface that comes in is going to fuck it up even worse. You heard me say that, Dino, multiple times.
Yes, we talked about it in private too. We said about it. You said
it's going to get
Yep.
fucking worse. And now, if they didn't sanction Venezuela and left them the fuck alone, because they did nothing to nobody, they didn't spark any wars, any controversy, no bullshit. All they did was have one of the biggest known oil reserves in the world. That's it. And that's what they possessed. And that was a big fucking problem. So that if they didn't sanction them into starvation, you get sanctioned into starvation. You think Nicolas Maduro didn't want to order in toilet paper, order in steak, order in food from Brazil, order in... The other countries were being punished by America if they traded with Venezuela.
Yep.
So how do you fix it? You're killing the people. The people on the streets, of course they're going to be dancing because now they're going to lift the sanctions and they're going to put someone else, another puppet in there.
Yep,
So they lift the sanctions that they shouldn't put in the first place.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you look at all the other ones they're going to attack. Like, I still think there's going to be a Middle Eastern war, and there is no war in Venezuela. What war is there? And there's no one fighting.
Nope.
They're not going to fight because see, China said, okay, you can take Venezuela, and then we're going to take Taiwan. And that's what they're going to do. They're going to step into Taiwan and take it over. And what's the United States going to say? They can't say nothing. You went into Venezuela, a sovereign nation. You can't sit there and say, "Oh, it's okay that you took Venezuela, and then you can't take Taiwan though." What? That's where the war could start.
Yep. That's where they divide it. We got someone saying the big drug issue is coming from Canada. 100%. America's northern drug problem in northern United States is coming in from Canada. The fentanyl coming in from China. The fentanyl coming in from China is leaking into northern United States, into New York State, Vermont. All kinds of states are being destroyed by fentanyl. In the southern states, it's from the Chinese factory in Benito Juarez, Mexico.
There are also the cartels in Mexico. I think I told you this before. The cartels in Mexico are bringing in fake medicines like high blood pressure pills and all kinds of different pills that people are taking, and it's just knockoffs. They don't even do what they say they're going to do, and they're paying full rip for them. It's huge business. So. Yeah, so that's that. But see, also back to Venezuela, they also have huge natural gas reserves. They have huge silver deposits. They have huge gold deposits. They're not just going there for the oil. There's other stuff there. There's so much there. And now they're going to go to Cuba because they have oil off the coast of Cuba as well. They're talking Greenland. They're talking Iran. Iran's a country that doesn't have the central Rothschild Bank. North Korea, Russia. They don't have Rothschild banks. Like, you look at all the different places that don't have Rothschild banks, but if you go back to 2001, before the towers fell down, there was every country that was on that list that didn't have Rothschild banks. They went and attacked them all. They all made an excuse to go there.
Yep.
And destroy their economy, as we've discussed before. And then they create the problem, and then they have the solution. And that's what they do.
Yeah.
And that's what they did in Venezuela.
Yeah, Venezuela should have
crippled them.
They should have just left that country alone and just should have left them because they wouldn't have been forced into dictatorship.
No, even same thing with Cuba. Cuba, they had a problem with when Russia was working with them. It's the same playbook. Russia went in there, they were working with them, and then all of a sudden they sanctioned them. There was almost like the Cuba Missile Crisis in the 60s, and with Kennedy and all that. And then it's the same playbook with Venezuela. It's the exact same thing. Like, the Russians are there with the Chinese. They're working with them. They're sending weapons and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, they just walk in with this, like, it's all a show. Like, you really think that they could just send in the Americans don't have that capability to come into a country like that unmarked and come in there and take the guy out.
Yeah,
they don't. Everybody thinks they do. The United States isn't nearly as powerful. You should see the technology that the Chinese and the Russians have now. It's crazy. The Russians could produce missiles. I told you this before. They could produce a missile for like $10,000, what it cost the Americans $1 million to do per missile. And that's another thing with they want to go and want to start creating all this war rumble again. And Halliburton and all the boys, they want to make their weapons and everything. That's why silver price is going up. There's supposedly it's like 12 pounds of silver in one missile head, something like that, some crazy amount like that. Well, where are they going to get it from? It's expensive, so that's where the prices are going to get driven up even more. But
yeah.
No, but I mean, Venezuela was a joke. I never thought it'd turn out like that. Like, I don't think that. I never thought there was going to be a war. I predicted it in my video. No, I know, but I'm talking. I never thought it would happen like that. I didn't. I thought that the war is going to be just in the Middle East. I didn't think that there's going to be anything.
When I was telling people they're going to start seizing oil tankers in my video there from a few months back, when I was saying they're going to be seizing oil tankers, and I said step by step, and the drug boats, the oil tankers, they're going to go in there, they're going to grab them, or they're going to start shutting down the infrastructure even further. The whole 9 yards. Once a lot of people saw that video, Dino, they told me that I was fucking nuts. They'll never seize an oil tanker, Mike. They won't be allowed to seize an oil tanker. You're completely full of shit, Mike. I'm unsubscribing for you. They'll never seize an oil tanker. 4 months later, after the video prediction was made, they seized 3 oil tankers.
Yeah, you're right. Dead on that one. Yep. No, you were right. So, and yeah, it's but see, nobody like I said, no, the Chinese, nobody did anything about it because I think the Chinese are saying, you go ahead and do that, and we're gonna go take Taiwan. And what's the United States going to say? You can't do that. Well, then they'll go, okay, then we want the Venezuelan oil that we're getting. We want that. So and I don't think that the Canadian oil is going to be affected anyway. I think the United States, the number one is they want to take it from us anyway, and they dictate the price that they pay for it anyway. Everyone thinks that Canada dictates what the gas is. The Americans dictate what they're going to pay for our gas, our softwoods, everything.
Mm-hmm.
They control everything. We don't control that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a fallacy. They take the wood. You can go. I could go down to Menards of the States and buy the 2x4s cheaper there, even with the exchange,
Mm-hmm.
than I can up here.
And it's produced in Canada too.
It's Canadian wood. That's what I'm trying to say. So, like, you telling me that they're paying big money for it? Are you kidding me? Like, you look at their gas price. I just looked at gas prices in just south of just inside the U.S. there.
Mm-hmm.
It's 202 a gallon.
Yeah.
In North Dakota. Yeah. 202.
So that works out to
my kid figured out 70 something cents
a liter.
Yeah, around there. Yep. Yeah.
So
Canadian, actually. He converted to Canadian.
I'm talking 81 cents a liter Canadian. Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
We're getting destroyed. I don't.
It's ridiculous. So they're paying next to nothing for it, making a profit off their own citizens, and we're paying double or triple, whatever you are. Like, come on, like, people have no clue, and they don't do anything about it. They think they have a choice. I can't wait till I get Pierre Poilievre in there. Yeah. Good luck.
Good luck with that, Charlie. Yeah. Good luck, Chuck.
Good luck. Yeah. Did you talk to his wife lately? With the COVID shots that she was involved in and everything, come on, stop it. Mm-hmm. And his dad and his father-in-law is a Venezuelan criminal.
Really?
Yeah, she's Venezuelan. Yeah, he's a big mobster kind of guy. Like, he's just, well, I shouldn't call him a mobster. He's just he's a shady guy. Let's just say he's a multimillionaire. He's like Cosa Nostra. Like, he's one of those guys that he makes millions, and you don't ask how he made it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just like certain people around here. I don't ask. I know what they do, but I don't ask. So that's what it is. He's tied in. He's billionaire on the wife's side. So what does he care? He doesn't give a rat's ass. He doesn't care about the people of Canada.
No.
He doesn't give a shit about Canada. Stop it, people. Wake up.
You know what the sad part is, Dino? Is I love this country so much, and one of my dreams is just to make Canada great again like it was back in 1986. I've been fighting for this country for a long time, Dino. And
yeah, you have, and you put a lot of sweat into trying to inform people and educate people, and then they call you a cracker. Like, come on, man! Like, where are people getting off? Even you're taking the time. I look at a person like you, even if I didn't know you, just met you today. I go, at least this guy's trying. He's trying to educate people. He's trying to tell people, go do research, go check it out yourself, go see if I'm wrong. Go look. Like, you're talking about the population of China. I'm doing some I'm trying to get some information on that. I want to know what it is. I agree with you. I don't even think they're anywhere close to 500 million.
400 million and 50% are over 60.
Yeah. They had that one kid rule
Forget
there.
That. That was nothing. It was the displacement during World War II, and all those. Remember? I don't know if you remember that video where I was getting information from that Latin history book that was published in 1736.
Yes, I remember that
video. Yeah. So in that book, it was called Dynasties. They weren't even China, and their population was like 3 million, 6 million different dynasties. They didn't even come up to 18 million people, and they had these different wars or different things that they went through. Like, that's not even history books. Like, you can't find it in today's history books. Like, weird shit happening in the 1830s and what was it, 1755. Like, all these big things that dramatically lowered there. And then they went through 4 major famines, too.
Yeah, that's right. Millions died in that famine.
Oh, I'm talking about the famine of 1804, though, right? So this,
yeah, but there's millions died.
Right? Bloodlines die, right?
Yeah, plus all the wars and everything, like all the invasions and like in the 15, 16, 1700, like there was wars all the time. Like there was people getting killed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. Like I'm really, like I said, I'm trying to figure it out too. Like, I'm trying to find out, but I can't find. Like it's so suppressed. Like the whole, I tell my kids, they just laugh at me. I go, the whole world's a lie.
Yep.
All history's a lie, and they just laugh. And I go, well, prove it. I go, prove it. Why? I go to Google and prove it. Google doesn't have anything.
Yeah,
It's all
you watched my
suppressed.
video of 98, 97? What was it? I can't remember. Do you know 97 or 96% of everything around you is a lie? I made a video. I don't know. I know you
Mhm.
watched it because you commented on it. It was 96%
Yes.
of everything around you is a complete lie. It's bullshit. The only real thing on this fucking planet is you, your family, and your basic structure and family roots and your love for one another. That's what's real.
That's right. You got that right. I know that I'm talking to you right now. That's what the only thing is real. Like
Yeah.
all this other shit is just nonsense. Like a guy goes in the bottom downstairs in the computer in the States and he prints up some more money.
Yeah.
Like like, oh, we need another $1 billion. Okay, here. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, what do people think? Again, I told you this last time in the video. Last time I talked to you, Ireland, like I admire those guys. They got what Canada should try to get,
Mm-hmm.
and that's balls. Because we don't have any balls in this country. Like
Mm-hmm.
we don't. Guys like you stand up for it, but there's so many people that just, oh well. Like I hate that. Like like they're supposedly doing some sort of convoy to Ottawa in January 10th. They're gonna have some sort of get together there, the meeting there, and try to push the government to get rid of the migration. I always use immigration. You hate
Yeah,
that word.
yeah, but
The-
they're calling it immigration, right? So somebody
yes, they are calling it.
yeah,
Yeah.
somebody emailed me and said if we need to stop immigration to Canada, Mike. And I messaged him back and said, well, I'm an immigrant, my wife's an immigrant, we're all immigrants in this country. Like not all,
Yes.
but a majority
Yes.
of us are immigrants. My dad came to build this country. Your dad, Dino, came to build this country, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Like I guess
We're
I'm born
immigrants.
here, but my parents, yeah, are immigrants, and they were also told that if you come here, um, yeah, this is a funny one too. I was overhearing some people talking about how they have like, and I don't want to. I'm not going to use any race, ethnic race, but they have meetings where they teach the people when they come here all the rules, how to circumvent things and how to get money and how not to work, and just basically laugh at the Canadians who are working.
Yeah.
And my dad came here, and his brother-in-law, my mom's brother, said, if you don't work, he goes, well, I'm gonna work. I'm a hard worker. Yeah, but you're gonna get work here in like the next month.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't work, I'm gonna get you deported. I don't want you here, living off, me type thing. And he wasn't being rude, but he was just saying, like, I can't afford to pay you, right?
Mhm.
I can't afford to keep you. So he had him for 1 month, and he was working. My dad was working,
Yeah.
and here now they don't work. I look at people here. I see all these people in the afternoon. You're driving to work, doing your thing, whatever, and you see all these people like just walking around and riding bikes, and they're like, why are these people even here?
Yeah.
They're not doing anything.
Yeah,
Like, and
I've
we're talking
made
to
multiple
elderly
videos
people.
of that, Dino. What are they doing here? Because when I was a kid, I told you, I'm going to say this again. When I was a little kid, walking around holding my parents' hand, going around Toronto, doing things, running errands, people would ask my dad and my mom, where are you guys from? Portugal. What are you doing in Canada? Why are you here? Are you going back to Portugal? What are you doing in Canada? Like, it's like, really?
what the
My dad's
heck?
working on, my dad worked on the Air Canada project, the Sky Dome project, the Canadian National Exhibition project, worked on all kinds of projects, building these big banks, thinking, oh, my son's going to work here one day. No, he's not. You're going to build the bank, and then the Chinaman's going to come in and work at the bank.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Exactly. It is bullshit. Like our parents are rolling in their graves.
Yep.
Like they are. They came here. They were told they came to come to Canada for a better life.
Yeah.
And they thought they did it for our children to build. So, and you know what? I commend them. They did make a better life for us. But really, what have we got for our kids? What are we going to give to them?
Yeah, that's the problem.
You know what I mean? Like it just blows my mind how I sleep. I see people. The sleepers are starting to wake up a little bit, but not many. Like it's just crazy how they're just so close minded. They don't. And they, and then I read the comments that you on your videos that, hey buddy, you're out to lunch. It's like, really? Have you done any research?
Mm-hmm.
Have you done any research? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you have. Have
Mm-hmm.
they just sit there and make a comment, and that's why I go after them. I slam them because, like, you don't
Well, I
have any
appreciate
place
you
to sit.
playing bouncer on my channel sometime, but
Well, I have to.
Facebook and Instagram have been really bad. Like, it's again, Facebook is the Wild West right now, and I got people calling me the N word. I got all kinds of shit. Oh man, you have no idea. Like it's
Yeah, I
wide
haven't
open.
seen that too much. I haven't seen that too much. Yeah, like I said, I comment where these bozos make comments that they're just clueless. Like, they have they don't even do any research. Like I actually talked to Venezuelans, Colombians. Like the Colombians are scared now that the United States is gonna, do sanctions to them. I know Colombians, and that's what they feel. Their loved ones in
Anyone who
Colombia
doesn't play
are
ball with
worried about
America
that.
is sanctioned. Period. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and even Brazil, Lula, well, he's an ass, but he came out and condemned the United States for doing that. That was just to show him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's with them. He doesn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
But he said he condemns it because the Brazilian people are horrified by that. Like they're going, what's stopping them from coming to Brazil and taking our resources?
Yep. So
Make an excuse that some drug runners from Brazil are going and selling drugs to the United States, make a lie about that, and then they're going to go and blow up a couple of ships,
Mm-hmm.
and then away they go, and then they go, okay, we're going to go into Brazil now.
Yeah, that's the plan. That's a plan of action, and that's really sad that countries are not allowed to be independently financial and have their own banking reserves and their own national bank. They just can't. You're not allowed to. You have to be on some fucking global WEF fucking shit, unelected losers that started multiple wars in Africa and murdered. I mean, just completely murdered, outright murdered so many innocent people. Like the genocide in East Timor. A lot of people didn't know that East Timor, Portuguese Timor, was sanctioned too. They were sanctioning Portuguese Timor because Australia wanted the oil in Timor. So Australia gave Indonesia a massive amount of weapons to go in and murder the Catholics. They made it a religious war. Go murder the Catholics. And so a bunch of Indonesians were outside of the Catholic Church when people are coming out of ceremony, and they assassinated 66 or 96 people right there in church.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah,
this was in the 1990s, Nino. This wasn't like in 1855. Yep. This was in the 1990s.
Well, look what they did to Gaddafi. He tried to unite the African countries.
Yeah, with the gold-backed dinar, yeah.
Yeah, and then they're going to they're going to be powerful. So what do the United States do? They go, oh, we better jump in our airplanes and go there and bomb them.
Mm-hmm.
And they took them out, and they made a good man look like Satan.
Yeah,
they really did. The guy, all the things he did about, giving people, the first time home buyers, he would give them so much money to buy a house, and the free education, and
gas was 6 cents a liter.
Yeah, you had a child, you get paid so much. Excuse me. Like it was too good to be true. And then they turned around and they made him out to be villainized the guy, just vilified the guy, and just made him out to be
everybody. They vilify everybody that starts to get the sanctions. You're a criminal. You need to get out. You need to step down. You need to get out. I'm so disappointed with all this shit, and I'm so disappointed how people just can't see what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, that's the number one thing, and that's why I told you at the beginning of the call. I said you were right. You look how many hours you spend a week, hours trying to educate people,
and
it does, and when it doesn't click, not with the guys tonight, the show tonight, the people today are great, but if it doesn't, you go in public and people are don't go shopping in your store because of your stance and your beliefs. Like that is ridiculous. Like you're trying to make Canada a better country. If you can't see that when they go to your website, and see how you're talking. It's not like you're sitting there saying, we got to go to war against the United States and I hate Trump and that. You always say, don't pick sides. And you've always said that. So now, why would I judge you? I'm not going to go buy Pokemon cards from you because of that. My kid can't go get Pokemon cards from you.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever the case may be. Like, that is ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. And that's what's wrong with this world, is people judge, and then they twist it and say, because you want Canada to be better, well then you're saying that you don't want these migrants in here, so you're prejudiced. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're putting words in my mouth now. I didn't say that. I said that we need to take care. We need to take care. We need to take care of our own people. Our Canadians first.
What pisses me off, it makes my blood boil, is you go to every place, you go across Canada, you take a drive across, you come and see me, you drive across Canada to see me and stop everywhere. You're going to go to every town you stop in or visit or whatever, or get gas. You're going to notice Canadian homeless people all over the place. You're going to walk in the bank. It's all Chinese people in the bank in the middle of nowhere in Canada, and Hindu people at gas stations. And it's like, why are all these Canadian people homeless? Why are the Canadians homeless, but everyone else seems to be getting by in life? It's really makes, and then what pisses me off the most is when they say, "Oh, Canadians don't want those jobs." Bullshit.
No, they want the you. How many resumes do you get a week?
All 3.
Right, and it's a small town.
Yep.
So like, it's just the one little. It's a store, like one store, little store.
Yep.
So you can only imagine like how many people can't like. I have a nephew that's been trying to find work for a year now.
Yeah. You know how many kids tell me? How many kids tell me to my face? So why don't you apply here? Oh, they're not hiring white people. They just don't hire. The kids are telling me. And every kid that's applying is white Canadian. So where is he going to go?
Yeah, that's what my sister said, that her son, like my nephew, he went to the, they're announcing on the PA, okay? Apply to the dollar store. It's a dollar store. Okay, they're on the PA saying we're looking for people. It was about a month before Christmas. I phoned my sister. I said, "Hey, I just overheard." Oh yeah, he applied there 6 times, 6 different stores.
Yeah. Did you see my Freeland video this morning?
Yes, I did.
It was a good video.
It's actually, it's not funny, but it's funny. Like it's like a hockey team hiring the worst coach in the league that got fired because his team went 0-82.
Yeah.
And another team signs him, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to the cup now. You know, like, what? That guy's the shits. What are you talking about? That's what Freeland is. She's the worst money manager in the world.
Yeah.
And next to Mark Carney.
Yeah. And RC Lemoreau sent me $5. Says when it comes out, they'll find Hillary and her boyfriend Mark Carney are behind the strike on Maduro. They want the cocaine trade and oil business.
They want the cocaine and
that's a comment.
Oil business. Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand the cocaine comment, but anyway. Yeah. Like I said, it's why they're going to get, like you said, 100%. I mean, that's the first thing that thought in my head. They go, oh, so she's going to control the money laundering that they bring. So they send the money from Canada, taxpayers' dollars, into the Ukraine, and then she goes, okay, guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to send this amount of money to so and so.
$2 billion.
This amount of money. $1 million here, $1 million there, $1 million there. Pierre will get even $1 billion because you get just keep shut up, and on it goes. And Olivia Child's gonna get money because she looks like a man, and like, oh my god.
I don't think that lady got 800 votes.
800, she probably got 80.
Yep.
Oh my god. Like, I liked her. Her husband was okay guy. He seemed like a good guy. But that one is just a whack job.
Yeah.
Like, you see her dressed like in that burqa?
I didn't see the burqa one. I saw when she was wearing that LGBT sweater, and then I saw.
Oh no! Go look at her in the burqa. She looks good though because she's all covered up. She doesn't look so ugly.
Oh, and then I saw her wearing a condom or something one time on her head, like a big one on a parade. I think it was the LGBT one. I can't remember, but. Yeah.
Oh, that's a classic one. I never saw that one. Maybe that could be a Halloween costume next year.
Mm-hmm. Someone in the comments is saying Carney worked for the UK and the place is a shit show. Watch my buddy Nero. Go to my channel. You're on YouTube right now. Go to my channel. Click on the magnifying glass. Type in Mark Carney. My video will come up from November 2022. A man named Mark Carney will come and become your prime minister. He was the minister for the Bank of Canada and facilitated trillions of dollars of money laundering from China. Then went to the UK and fucked that up too, facilitating. In the UK and trends in the housing market, Dino, in 2015, 2016, we were covering that they were building towers in London, condo towers that were only allowed for Chinese people. Nobody allowed but Chinese only residents.
It's insane.
We covered it. It's on the article.
Yeah.
Because they have to facilitate. If the Chinese are going to come and launder money into London or in Canada or wherever, they want to make sure they have buildings that are their own. If they're putting in billions.
They can't stand. They don't want to be near the way, man.
They don't want to be around nobody.
Yep. Just their kind. Yep.
Oh, someone said in the comments, says, I watched it, Mike. Solid video. Okay, thank you, Nero.
Yeah. No, it was a good video. But that Freeland thing, like you said, it was like everything you were talking. I'm going, that's what I was gonna say. It's pretty funny, but that's
the words out of your mouth.
What's that? Words out of my mouth. Yeah, that's crazy. I just dumbfounded with that. But like I said, your advice from your friend is good, but again, sometimes you gotta let the steam out. That's how we are. We're wired like that. You're Portuguese, I'm Italian. We just all of a sudden we snap sometimes. We get tired. And then you regroup and you keep going. But when you lay your kids to sleep at night and you give them a kiss, and a hug, that's the best feeling in the world.
That's
and
a treasure right
true.
there.
And that's a treasure. You got that right.
That's the treasure.
And that's why you continue to do this. You don't do this. I'm not saying you don't do it for other people, but you're doing that when the main reasons you're doing it is for your kids.
Yep.
You're trying to give them a future.
I hope to Jesus Christ. I hope to God people watching this in the future or that know me or that are silent watchers that don't comment, that don't nothing, could say, oh no, I own a gun factory or I own a big facility here in the US somewhere, or I own this, or I'll give Mike's son a job because he's Mike's, because you're probably thinking, well, using daddy to get you jobs and this, that. No, I'm seeing it happen all around me for everything where people are trying to use influence to get themselves up, right? Or their kids up. So if there's somebody out there in the future watching this on replay, check on my kids in 10, 15 years and see if they need something, a job, because they're hard workers. They don't want handouts. They want to be part of something. So,
no, they're raised right.
So,
but I agree. I agree with you. We're trying to, like I said, you're busting your ass trying to educate the people and try to show people the truth and what we're up against. But again, and I'm always the forever optimist. I always believe that good wins over evil, and right now, this is just an evil earth, but it's going to change. I really do. I really believe that. So, and people go, you're off your rocker, but well, whatever. I'm not off.
We have 842 people watching this across 9 platforms.
Yes, I heard it. I heard that was.
No, it was 900
great.
And something before. Now it dropped to 100,
yeah.
But
I was hoping you were going to say 1,000, but anyway.
No, it never got close to 1,000. But that's really nice.
Well, yeah, is that the most that so far with this new setup?
This new setup, numbers? Yes, that's the most with this new setup. Yes.
Well, then what you're doing is starting the message, starting to get out there.
Well, right? My shorts are getting out so bad, so good. I mean, that TikTok is banning them for community violations, and there's nothing wrong with the video. They're just doing it because I got 200,000 views in 24 hours, and they say, "Well, this guy's not paying to promote. Block him."
Well, I was going to ask you that question. What do people do? Do they actually pay TikTok to promote it?
A lot of people, TikTok and X and YouTube are pay to play. So my YouTube videos, if you look at my YouTube videos, I can get over 100 views or 200 views on YouTube. Mm-hmm. But for some reason, Instagram and Facebook is wide the fuck open, man. It's the Wild West there right now. Facebook and Instagram are wide open. So I'm getting 8.6 average million views on Facebook in 28 days and about 6.1 million views on average per month on TikTok and per month. And I get that in 1 year on YouTube with 6,000 videos. So you see where I'm going with this, right? So for YouTube, I could become a big YouTuber and get all the buttons and all this stuff, but I have to pay YouTube to promote my videos. If I don't pay YouTube, just a few people see my video, right? And with TikTok, it's the same thing. TikTok is giving me community guideline violations on videos that there's nothing wrong with. And they keep appealing it, and they keep taking it down, but they're not taking down my channel because all these people are now following me. Let's go to what I'm talking. So here it is. Community guidelines violation on the video. Mm-hmm. Video got over 200,000 views in less than 24 hours, and they took it right down. And then the same video down here approached 200,000 views, and they took this down, and they took this down. So they take down videos because I'm promoting myself for free, so to say, Dino?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm promoting myself for free.
Okay, here's a question, though, because I have a friend that is his daughter is a foodie, and she goes around trying food, and she makes like over 30 grand a year just from Instagram.
Yes.
So why can't you be, if you did say you did spend money to promote it, will they not pay you for the traffic?
Well, the problem with Instagram and Facebook, there's a page on my Facebook where there's a name they call it. I could open the page for you to see it. It says that the channel is locked. It's locked down. Like it says the channel is like locked down from being able to do anything with it.
That's what I understand, because they're owned by the same person, like the same entity owns both of them. They're the same. So I don't understand. Like they must do the same thing then to you for Instagram.
Let me just see if I could go into
because you should be getting like you're with that kind of traffic, you would be making good money.
Let me just check right here. Engagement.
I couldn't believe she makes over 30,000.
Again, when you talk about food, nobody bothers you. Nobody like you talk about food, and that's.
No, I get it. It's a totally different. You're what we would call controversial, right? So
yeah, okay. I have it open here. So ads, create ad, and it says here page. I'll put it full screen, right here. Page cannot create. Page not allowed to advertise. You can't create ads or promote on your page because it's restricted from advertising.
And you never did that.
Yeah, so it's restricted.
Crazy.
Yeah, so the channel is like on restriction mode is what it is. So.
Yeah. I don't know that stuff. I'm not big into social media.
Again, if I was talking about fava beans 24/7, I'll be fine.
Yeah, walking your dog or something. Yeah.
Yeah, or some washing dishes or
yeah.
Doing fart videos, right? Yeah, somebody just put a comment in there in the live chat that makes perfect sense. No one ever got rich being honest.
Oh, that's a profound statement. Yes, that's so true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. And like I said, did you ever see that documentary Europa?
Didn't you send it to me already?
I didn't send it. I did. Oh, maybe I did send the link. Yeah, but you got to see that, man. That's a 12-hour documentary. I believe that's 12 or 7, one or the other. Okay, it is incredible. It's the truth. It's the truth, and well made. And it goes through, Winston Churchill basically organized the Pearl Harbor attack, and everybody. He's a great person. He's a 33 Freemason. Like, stop it. I mean, we grew up. I mean, when I was a kid going to school, Winston Churchill's a great guy, and he has these profound statements and everything. It was a piece of crap.
That guy was the one that forced Germany into war. That was the guy that betrayed Poland. Winston Churchill told Poland to invade Germany. Germany was invaded 2 times by Poland. People don't know that.
Yeah. And that's just it. The German people were protecting, like we went over, we talked about this. They were protecting their people that were around the border with Poland because they were being attacked. You know, it's incredible. Like I told you the story about that the Russian soldiers, what they did to the Germans. And the truth is never told. Like it's just they always make the winners always tell the story.
The
Right?
victors dictate
The victors.
the history.
Yeah, like in that documentary I was just telling you, Europa, Hitler was flying over his planes and dropping pamphlets telling the British people that he didn't want war.
Yep. Of course.
And
he never wanted to go to war.
That's propaganda. That's propaganda.
Yeah.
Mr. Churchill, the asshole. Yeah. So I have no use for that man. But yeah. So yeah, and then they go kill, like I said, Pearl Harbor. I was at the Pearl Harbor site, and the tomb of 4,000 plus soldiers in a ship, and there's a drip of oil that pops up every once in a while into the water. It's the most eerie feeling knowing that their bodies are entombed in that those ships. Yeah, that's a pretty tough one. And then you see all the names on the wall.
Yep.
And a lot of innocent people that died just like 9/11 for greed and control. So, but anyway, I don't want to bore your people anymore.
No, you're not boring. You're not boring. It's just, man, I've been live for 3 hours and 40 minutes. Holy crap!
Yeah, it's time to get some rest.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, and and getting to talk to you because I wanted to try to catch up with you, but haven't had a chance.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll be at work all week. You can call me all week, and then this weekend I got a big hockey tournament with my son.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting. That's awesome.
I love going on road games, man. The whole weekend long.
Yep. Yeah, I remember taking my kid down the States, the Schwann's Cup, and he's playing against Colombians and and Brazilians in Minnesota. It was awesome. Those are great times. Yeah. Yeah. And then, you put up the Canadian against the Venezuelan, and he goes, "Holy crap!" Or the Colombian, "Holy crap, they're good." Yeah, they're really good players. Yeah. It was pretty fun to see and see how the kids reacted to them. But you're gonna have a great time and have a great safe. I'll try to connect with you here before you go. But if not, have a safe trip.
Yeah, brother. You take care. God bless you, and we'll get you back on Mike of the Night in the next. We're gonna start. I know I've been saying this forever, but we're gonna start discussing solutions soon.
Yeah, I think that was a great idea. Actually, there's a lot of the people in the chat. They have good ideas. And
let's start discussing. Yeah. Supreme Cannon brought this up a few weeks ago, so let's start discussing solutions. Is what we need to do. Okay.
Well, we got the information out. We know what we're up against. So yeah, let's go and see what the solution is to it. Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, buddy. Thank you so much.
Okay.
God bless. We'll see. We'll
Take care
soon.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That is our boy Dino Bravo here on Mike of the Night for episode 631. Man, we are rocking and rolling and jamming and whamming here, and I am absolutely exhausted. Tired. It's been a long day. Did some work around the house, cleaned up, did a bit of things, and then got work tomorrow. I got stuff to do at the shop. I got work to do. It's keeping myself busy until I die. You know what I'm saying? So, woo! All right. Greg Cook in the house. Sandy Klein. Steve in the house. J Scientist 204. Diane Y in the house. DY in the house. Oily Film. All kinds of people here on the house tonight on Mike of the Night. And appreciate you guys coming on and making a difference. And let's start talking solutions, because it's very important to discuss solutions on what we think we could do to fix this. We know it's obviously the governance is a massive problem. And there's got to be a way where we could create or figure out a way where we could coexist and just be left alone, right? And not pay for bullshit that we're not using, you know what I mean? Anyways, all right, guys, Mike Martins here signing off for episode 631 for Mike of the Night. Take care of yourself, and if you can't take care, please stay safe. I have spoken.